What up, what up? Y'all pull on up in here. Let me know and drop it below you in the chat. Drop a 1 if you can hear me clearly. Let a few more people pull up in here. D-Town in the building. What up, what up? Okay, go see your dad. What up, what up, what up? What's going on? My daughter just fell and hit her head, so I don't know if y'all was on mute or if y'all heard that. But we having a little emergency over here. But how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Tonight, we will be talking about Ryan Garcia, Shakur Stevenson. This is a pretty hot topic. I mean, people really feeling some type of way about Shakur. They really feeling some type of way about Shakur. They're really feeling some type of way about his performance, the expectations they have for him, and what he delivered. Salute, Zach. What's going on? We're just going to wait for a couple more people to pull up in here. So how y'all doing tonight on this fine Sunday night? What y'all up to? What y'all up to? And it's been kind of crazy these last couple of days. What y'all think about that Puffy news? Wow, right? Not really, though, because over the years we've heard tons and tons of rumors about Puffy, and I know I have. And just the music industry as a whole, a lot of weird stuff going on. A lot of weird things going on. A lot of weird things going on. So I just watched the interview with Ryan Garcia on Fight Hype, and I got an article I read on Boxing Scene. We're going to go over it tonight. And listen, I'm not going to lie, I like Ryan Garcia. I've been a fan of Ryan Garcia. I've been following Ryan Garcia through his career. I've always been interested to see what he was going to do and how he was going to turn out, considering the fact that I always thought he had the potential and that he could be better, but he just wasn't taking his craft serious. And I didn't understand why. Well, I guess I understand why now because he probably was making more money on social media than he was boxing. And I mean, if y'all go back and look at my old videos, I was going so hard on him talking noise about Tank and not fighting him. And I really, really did not think that Ryan Garcia was going to fight Tank. I really didn't. I thought he was just capping and capping, using Tank to sell his fights. But he did fight Tank, and I was honestly pleasantly surprised that he stepped up to that challenge and fought Tank. The build up was good. He didn't back down. He talked noise. He even went at Tank in the ring. He went at Tank in the ring. Now that wasn't a very good idea, and he didn't wasn't too successful. But he did what he had to do. He did what he had to do. So I got a lot of respect for Brian Garcia after that. And now I see he went with Derek James, and he's working on his craft now and his skill and getting better. I mean, okay, Ryan, you want to work on your skill now after you made $30 million, really? But hey, it is what it is. He did the opposite. He built his fan base up. Now he's gonna get his skills set up. And I don't know if y'all seen my last live. Y'all should check that out where I say Ryan Garcia said he got the new blueprint for the boxers. He said he has the new blueprint for the boxers. He said, "How did I make $30 million? I don't even have a belt. It was no belts involved. It wasn't a championship fight." He didn't say this, but I ain't really fought nobody. I don't really sell out no stadiums. But I got a fight and made 30 M's. And now I'm the A side. And people gonna want to fight me to become a star in this sport. You can put me right below Tank, or some may say above. It's a lot of people that believe that the reason why that Tank and Ryan Garcia fight did numbers was because of Ryan Garcia. Y'all let me know in the chat what y'all think. Did the Tank fight do numbers because of Ryan Garcia? Because that's how they try to calculate it. They'll say, well, how many fights Tank? How many pay-per-view buys do Tank usually do? 250, 300. So the rest of them was Ryan Garcia, but it doesn't work like that, guys. Because if Ryan Garcia could do, I don't even know how many 800,000 pay-per-view buys off his name, he would have been doing that, right? So I guess it really was just the hype of the fight that garnered 1.2 million pay-per-view buys. So we're going to have a little fun tonight. D-Town say it was both. Absolutely. I don't know why my comments not showing up on here. There we go. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun, and I got a couple of new videos and sounds and stuff I want to use. Y'all want to see them? Let me run through them. Tell me what y'all think. Listen, this is my favorite one right here.
I'm busy, motherfucker. I'm busy.
That boy Charlo say, "I'm busy. I'm busy." So he told Terrence Crawford, "I'm trying to get undisputed. I'm busy." That's what Tank gonna tell. That's what Tank gonna tell Shakur when he try to get that fight. Shakur gonna be trying to get that big split. Tank gonna be like,
Payday, payday. You want payday? I know that.
he not gonna get it after that performance. But this has been a hot topic. I mean, so many people has been talking about the Shakur deal, and literally like the anticipation we've been waiting built up. Everybody ducking you for months. You can't find a fight. You all on Twitter. You all in the videos saying everybody ducking you. They scared. Frank Martin B. You went around and you sparred everybody, so nobody want to fight you because they know how great you are. Just all this rhetoric. All this rhetoric. So let's see what Ryan Garcia had to say And we're going to run through this. I mean, it's really kind of like an open panel tonight because I was going to come on here tonight. We was going to talk about Tank. But then I seen this Ryan Garcia and what he had to say about Shakur. So let's check out this article right here on Boxing Scene. I don't know if y'all can read that, but I'm going to read it to y'all. This is what Ryan had to say about y'all boy Sugar Shakur. Somebody say he can't be no sugar. He can't be no sugar. He's not even hard enough to be a sugar. He ain't got no dog in him. He ain't coming to fight. He not even hard enough to be a sugar. But it says Shakur has been getting on my nerves since the amateurs. He's so arrogant, and I don't say that about nobody. Garcia said in an interview with Boxing Scene, but man, he just walks around like he is the ish, like his ish don't stink, and he talks ish about everybody and thinks he's some type of dude who knows everything about boxing. Well, if you know everything about boxing, then why the hell did you not get to De Los Santos? He was scared of him and didn't throw any punches. He has to humble himself a little bit. But you're boring as ish, and everybody knows it. That was boring. That was the best night of sleep I ever had. So that's what Ryan had to say about Shakur. He talk a lot of ish. He talk a lot of ish. And if y'all go check out my channel, I did a live about it. Y'all could check out the live, or y'all could check out the clips from the live. But the name of the live is Shakur Stevenson needs a shh with the emoji, with the shush emoji. And I got a video up that says, does Shakur Stevenson boxing style appeal to casual fans? And does Shakur Stevenson noise talking match with his style? Which is what we should discuss, because this is the predicament that he's in. And obviously, it's seeming like, as far as what Ryan Garcia is saying, that this is probably just his personality, honestly. He thinks he's the ish. He thinks he's more than what he is. And as a boxer, I would say that's probably the mentality that you have to have. But you need a balance with that, right? You need a balance with that. So Shakur Stevenson hasn't been at 135 very long. This was his second fight at 135. And before he even got to the 135 division, everybody was already calling for him to fight Tank. And I'm not sure. I mean, maybe the belts, the accolade is his style, not being able to get hit, is what people feel like will qualify him to get a fight with Tank. But y'all know how Tank is. Tank is about his business. They're about money and dollar signs. They're not about belts and accolades. So we have to remember that as we're talking about these fighters. We have to remember that we need to hold fighters to standards that they hold themselves to. We can't say Tank ain't fighting nobody. He ain't got no belts. He ain't got no championships, when that's not what his goal is. He just had a $30 million plus fight. So if his goal is to be profitable and make money because he's a prize fighter, then he's doing exactly that. I'm not sure what Shakur's goal is, though, right? If y'all know what Shakur's goal is, let me know and drop it below. Does he want to be a champion? Does he want to make money? Does he want accolades and belts? Like, what exactly do you want? Which lane are you trying to go in? Because after the performance on Thursday, he's not putting himself in a lane for money. He is putting himself in a lane to get belts and championships, but he's not necessarily putting himself in a lane for money, which, if you think about it, is very odd. Like, you got what, quote unquote, one of the most skillful fighters who just had a fight and set a record for the least punches ever landed in a fight or something like that, which I don't even believe that, because to me, I felt like De Los Santos was hitting him. Did y'all think that Shakur was getting hit by De Los Santos? Because especially in the beginning rounds, I felt like De Los Santos was landing some punches on him, which is what made him be a little bit more, that made him be apprehensive. Now, later in the fight, De Los Santos was having a hard time getting to him, but he was definitely getting to him in the beginning of the fight. So the style of hit and don't get hit, Does that not appease to the casual fans? Is it not? Are y'all not understanding the fact that I'm literally in the fight getting hit 5 times? How should I feel about myself if I know I'm finna get in the ring with you and you ain't even gonna be able to hit me? You ain't gonna be able to hit me. Yeah, I think I'm the ish. Cause what y'all gonna do? What y'all gonna do? You can't hit me. I got hit 6 times in this fight. I'm getting hit 5, 6 times in a fight. I just set a record for getting hit the least in a fight. Arguably won every round in the De Los Santos fight. But I'm getting booed and people are upset about my performance. So him not being able to appeal to the casual fans, what does this do as far as his career and as far as him getting opportunities to fight the better fighters or what people perceive to be the better fighters? Because people gonna think that the fighters making the money, the fighters that's the draw, of course they're gonna feel like those fighters are their favorite fighters. These are the fighters that appeal more to the casual fans. But if you want these fights, you got to bring numbers. You got to do both. You got to bring skill and you got to bring numbers. But listen, the numbers trump the skill. We just seen that with Tank and Ryan. Because skill for skill, Ryan had no business in there with Tank for real. He had no business in the ring with Tank. And I actually thought Tank was going to destroy Ryan, but he fought cautiously. I guess Ryan got some power and some speed, but he fought cautiously. But Shakur, you can't deny his skill. You can't deny his skill. Is he one of the most skillful fighters at 135, or is he overrated? And now at this point, that question is in people's head. Is Shakur Stevenson overrated? Is he a quote-unquote hype job? But you can't deny his skill. You cannot hit him, right? Like on some money made. Like you can't hit him. But it's not appeasing to the fans. You've been talking noise for months and months and months. You garnered a lot of attention. You garnered a lot of people. They really wanted to see your fight. But a fast, a fighter that's quick, a fighter that got some speed, a fighter that got some power, and a fighter that got some skills, that's not a good match for you. And we've all heard that Top Rank got the best matchmakers. So why were you matched up with De Los Santos? Because that wasn't a good match for you, and that wasn't a fight that was going to make you look good. So that led me to the question was, did Bob line him up? Did Bob set you up, Shakur? Because you all on the podcast, Pivot Podcast, and doing interviews saying this your last fight with Top Rank and you leaving. Are you leaving? Does Bob know you leaving? Is that why he set you up with a bad style matchup fight on a Thursday night? I don't know. You on the press conference telling De La Sante you gonna whoop his ass and you gonna fuck him up and all this stuff you saying, but then you get in the fight and you run all night. Even De Los Santos in the fight, during the fight, did a little motion where he was acting like he was running because you was running the whole night. So, like Ryan Garcia say, you're arrogant. And they said the same thing about Mayweather, right? They said Mayweather was arrogant, right? So if you want to be the villain, you're trying to be the villain and you're trying to paint yourself as the bad guy, which it seems like that's what you're trying to do, you're going to have to be more engaging and entertaining when you fight, right? You can't just a win is a win. A win is a win. You can't a win is a win, right? You have to engage. Be entertaining. The fans want to see you grit. They want to see what you made of. They want to see some contact. It's a fight. They want to see a fight. Now, Mayweather didn't get hit, but he still engaged. He didn't bounce around, jump out of range. He didn't do that. He'll stay in the pocket with you and you couldn't hit him. So Shakur is really, I don't know if it's necessarily adjusting his style, but they're going to have to do a better job of matching him up with fights so that he can look a certain way. Otherwise, he's gonna lose the fans. And at this point, I don't want to hear Shakur saying anymore that people scared to fight him. And I never understood before when he was saying that people were scared to fight you, because I'm like, who's scared to fight you, Shakur? And why? Why are they scared to fight you? It's not like you got the superpower, you're going to knock them out. I mean, they may get in the ring and not be able to hit you like that, but I doubt that they're afraid of you. I don't think they're scared of you. So why don't people want to fight you? Is Bob not paying them enough? Is Bob lowballing the fighters? Zach say Tank wants to get in there and fight, put on a show, and are we not entertained? I don't ever want to see that kind of fight Shakur put on ever again. Well, you know what, Zach? Oh, I got off my point about how before Shakur got to 135, everybody was calling him to fight Tank. And even now, right? Let's say I go get on somebody live and they're like, oh, Tank ducking, Tank a hype job, Tank ain't fought nobody. And I'll say, who does Tank need to fight so you don't feel like he's a hype job? Guess what they say? They tell me Shakur. And my rebuttal is Shakur just got to the 135 division. He's only had one fight. He's not going to fight Tank right now. He ain't even got fully acclimated to the weight. So if he was to fight Tank right now, then it'd be what? Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that, he ain't this, he ain't that. Right? So all of a sudden, Shakur is the number one prospect for Tank to fight to prove he's not a quote-unquote hype job. So now we're in a position to where who does Shakur need to fight to prove he's not a hype job after the last two performances, because his first 135 performance wasn't that great either. Zach say he's got to pick some heads with aim that dance. I don't know what that means, Zach. You're going to have to rewrite that. Like, you got some typos. D-Town say definitely he cannot have that type of performance anymore. And I'm thinking from his last two performances that maybe the power that these fighters have at 135, maybe it's going to be too much for him. Maybe it's going to be too much for him because, like I said, his last two performances at 135 haven't been that great. And I don't want to say excuses, because I hate when people do that. Like, oh, it's an excuse. But listen, if my hand messed up or I got an injury, how is it an excuse, guys? It's not an excuse. Like, I'm injured. So, I mean, what you want me to do? That's not an excuse. So I get it. Maybe he had an injury, a shoulder injury, a hand injury. He said he didn't feel good. Now that I'm going to go with, that's a little excuse. If you get what I'm saying? Like, nigga, you ain't feel good. What does that mean? Probably because you was in the back eating before the fight started. That's probably why you ain't feel good. You back there eating before your fight started. I don't know what he was eating, but he had a mouthful of it. And I looked at my husband and said, why is he eating? How could you eat before a fight? That's crazy. So then he said he didn't feel good. I bet. But listen, he's not going to be able to have any more performances like that. One more performance like that, I don't know. I don't know how people are going to feel. NHA2 say he dominated and stopped his last opponent. Did he? At 135? I don't think he dominated his opponent at 135. NHA. Is this his first? I thought this was his second 135 fight. I'm going to look that up. But I get it, though. Let's say Shakur was injured. He had one hand. He did what he had to do to win. I mean, that's cool. I'll give it to him. I mean, he wasn't able to get hit. But the issue is not if he's skillful or not, or if that's amazing to not get hit in a fight. And you will have people that appreciates that, the quote-unquote hardcore fans that appreciate a fighter that can hit and not get hit. But as far as the casuals go, nah, man. These people were literally booing you. They were literally booing you. So you're going to have to do something, Shakur. And look, the fight was Thursday. We still talking about it today. It's still being talked about today. So let's listen to what Ryan Garcia had to say about. All right, put a one in the chat if you can hear me. This is from Fight Hub TV, an interview with Ryan Garcia. Here we go.
Ryan, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you. Last night, we saw Shakur Stevenson. Everybody saw you tweeting, basically, man, wake me up when this is over with. Yeah, give us your about last night and what disappointed you the most.
With him, it's not even about like I don't really get like too ticked off too many people, but he does talk like really arrogant shit, and he is a little bit like that in person. Ever since amateurs, he's walking around like his shit don't stink, and it pisses me off. Like I was in Vegas one day talking to his friend Keyshawn. We were having a great time, great conversation. I simply said, "Hey, yo, Shakur, come over." Blah blah blah. He looks at me and goes, "Nah, you gotta come over here." Like some arrogant shit. I'm like, bro, what is that? Like, I'm like, we're all on this journey together. We're all just trying to, figure shit out. It's just like you don't gotta act like that, bro. Like we already know how this game goes. Like I'm not trying to be, who's cooler, who's not. So it pissed me off. So that probably gave me like a little bit more motivation, kind of like, throw a little tweet out there. But honestly, he didn't fight good at all. He was scared. He didn't fight. It's so biased. The commentary is disgusting. I was disgusted by the commentary. If Shakur don't throw a lot of punches, he's controlling the fight. If somebody else don't throw a lot of punches, oh man, he's reluctant. Oh, he's hesitant. It's just so biased. Like I can't even watch ESPN fights no more. I really can't. It's so disgusting. At least on the Zone, at least they keep it real. They don't keep it real on ESPN. They just, I'm like, oh my god, this is almost unwatchable. I might want to put on mute. And I like Timothy Bradley. I grew up with him. But his commentary, man, you gotta be real, man. You can't be like that. You just it's not good for boxing. You gotta bring back Jim Lampley and Larry Merchant. Well, Larry Merchant is a little bit he's out there. He talk shit about Floyd all the time. But Jim Lampley, Roy Jones Jr., man, I miss those guys, man. I'm tired of hearing these other dudes, man. It's horrible. It's really horrible. Like ask the public how bad that commentary is. It is disgusting. It literally makes your stomach turn. I had to turn it off.
What did you think about Martin?
So, I wish I could see his body language as he talks about Tim Bradley and commentating at ESPN. He's so disgusted, and I'm disgusted with it too. Tim Bradley and Andre Ward, like, I would have such an attitude when I would hear them commentating. Andre Ward wasn't as bad as Tim Bradley, but Tim Bradley makes me smack my lips and roll my eyes at the screen when he's commentating. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if the heads sat him down in the meeting and told him to be like this. Like, I don't know if he's serious. I don't know if he's doing this on purpose, but it has to stop. Like, we all probably need to email ESPN or something or sign a petition to get Tim Bradley to not commentate a fight. Zach say if we grade both one-handed performances, Tank still fought better. That boy can't beat Tank. I don't see it. It's a lot of people that just believe that Tank not gonna be able to hit him, and I'm telling y'all, Tank hands and feet are so much faster than what y'all give him credit for. If y'all go and look on my short videos, I got an old short video where I got Tank and Ryan side by side doing the mix fast. And Ryan doing that whole little thing where he just be punching real fast, and then you got Tank on the mix throwing combos, and his hands is looking faster than Ryan Garcia's. Just look it up. But yeah, so y'all heard what Ryan said. He said even in the amateur, Shakur used to act like that, just like he's just better than everybody. And granted, he was a great amateur fighter, but a lot of times that amateur style does not translate well over to the pros. Why y'all ain't tell me I ain't dropped the link? Let me drop the link. Who trying to come up here? This is just a light night. Nothing major. I just ran across this Ryan Garcia stuff and want to come up here. I see a lot of people don't be too interested when I do the Ryan content, but I like Ryan Garcia, so I'm going to talk about him because it's my channel. There go the link. Chat-based channel, y'all come up here and holler at me. But did Shakur lower his stock? Because is he gonna stay with Bob now? Is this an quote unquote excuse to stay with Bob? Is Bob gonna keep him? I think I seen the headline like, is Bob gonna keep Shakur? I don't see why Bob will get rid of him. He definitely gonna keep Shakur. But to put him on a Thursday night with a Formula One crowd, like I don't know why they thought that the race car crowd was gonna cross over to boxing. Who did that marketing research? Because it didn't look like it was very many people in the stands. The whole stadium was dark. It looked like it was no lights on. And I thought it was really crazy how people was filming people walking out. Like, I don't know why these people walking out. It's probably people walking out of fights all the time. Them people could have been going to go get food, go to the restroom, anything. I don't know why they doing Shakur like that. But Shakur does have a great skill set. And it's crazy that one of the most quote-unquote skillful boxers don't got the respect of the fans. He don't have the respect of the fans. And he can garner a following. He's proved that he can do that these last few months. He can gain a following. But can he keep them entertained? Minister of Boxing Violations, what is up? Can he keep them entertained? That's what we don't know. That's what we don't know. AJ64, what's going on? Because the way Shakur been going on and on and on and on, let me see if I can find something about people ducking him. It was crazy to me. And then I heard Issa Cruz say, that's why I don't want to fight him. He just going to run all night. Let's see what Rolly had to say. Rolly was funny. Hey, listen, let me tell y'all something about Rolly. I know y'all people try to play Rolly and this and that, but I've been seeing Rolly getting quoted a lot. A lot of things he be saying is true. Y'all better stop playing with Rolly. A lot of what he be saying is true.
Like, I'll be honest, I used to think Devin Haney was the most boring fighter in dance sport. But at least Devin Haney tried to knock people. It's just Devin Haney just has the inferior, genetics. His genetics are beyond horrible with his sloppy legs and his weak body frame and all that stuff. But Shakur, that guy will put anybody to sleep outside the ring, not inside the ring, because he's the most boring fighter in the history of boxing. And they could say whatever the fuck they want. They could hype him up and all that stuff. But I really feel bad for him because there's no way they could put him on pay-per-view. He can't sell a fight.
Yeah, Rolly say, ain't no way y'all finna put him on pay-per-view. He can't sell a fight. He can't sell a fight. What he's going to have to do is get the fans to respect him for his defensive, prowess, I guess you could say. The same way Mayweather did. Like, he's a very defensive fighter, so he's going to have to become the fighter to beat. You get what I'm saying? He's going to have to become the fighter to beat, and I don't know how he's going to do that because he's going to have to fight better competition. And I don't know if this is and Rolly was funny. Like he said, he gonna put anybody to sleep outside of the ring. Anybody to sleep outside of the ring. So looking now, everybody's kind of thinking like, dang, Shakur, you should have took that 25%, bro. What make you think you deserve 50% from Devin Haney and a shot at Undisputed? Like, what in your thinking make you think you deserve that? And then when I would go back and forth with people about him and Frank Martin, they would try to tell me, oh, what has Frank Martin done? 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 What is Shakur doing? You get what I'm saying? He definitely will. He needs to take that next fight with Frank Martin, and you need to give him whatever money that he's asking for. Because I'm not understanding what makes you think that you deserve all this money. Like that's really the issue with Shakur. It's not the fact that people don't want to fight you or you can't get fights. You want to be paid so much money in these fights, and it's not enough to give your opponent to actually step in the ring with you. But now you caused a big scene, and everybody is like, "What is up with you, Shakur? Why do you think you deserve 50% from people? Like, what you think he gonna ask for when he try to fight Tank?" And y'all seen Tank come out on the Twitter. Y'all seen Tank come out on the Twitter, told him, "I'm gonna offer you 10%, bro. 10%." Shakur crying and crying and crying for a Loma fight. Loma might fight you now, actually. Loma might fight you now. And don't get me started with Loma, because I'm hearing Loma and Kambosos supposed to be fighting for a vacant belt. Please tell me how Lomachenko is in running for another title shot. Loma getting another title shot. Y'all could just this kind of like open panel boxing talk. I just had the Ryan Garcia so we can have a direction to go in. AJ say Shakur just talked too much. He just talked too much. Say Shakur will put Rolly to sleep, literally speaking. Would he? Listen, Rolly hits hard. He would definitely be running around all night. Rolly is a bad. Y'all know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, somebody said that. Rolly might be a bad style matchup for Shakur. Because what's Shakur going to do? He's not going to stand there and fight him. He's not going to stand there and fight him. And Rolly didn't do too bad against Tank. I mean, he made some mistakes. Jojo Fresco say Mayweather had offense with the defense, though. Absolutely. I agree. So is it a mental thing with Shakur? Because we seen him fight. We seen him actually fight people. So is the issue that when somebody's hitting you too hard, you just mentally don't want that? Let me tell y'all what I think. This is my 2 cents. I think Shakur gets knocked out of sparring and ain't got no chin. And he knows that about himself. And that's why his main focus is defense. And that's why he's so great at it. Because he doesn't like to and or want to get hit. The Minister of Boxing Violations say Rolly is actually entertaining in the ring. I really enjoyed the fight with Tank. Not a Tank. And it's only Tank fight I've watched so far. Well, Minister of Violations, Rolly, I've seen Rolly get 2 fights that he really probably shouldn't have won. So Rolly's definitely beatable, and he's not that good. But he got power. He got some athleticism, a decent level of skill, and he could make for an entertaining fight, win or lose. I think people would want to see Rolly fight. He almost got the AB effect. He almost got the AB effect. If he was more skillful, he would definitely have it. Mr. Magnificent, what's going on? NHA2 say, didn't Rolly just lose to someone's grandfather? Absolutely. Absolutely. But it's Rolly, so we already know we can't expect too much from Rolly. Yeah, make sure y'all punch that like and subscribe button. Listen, if you're listening to the replay of this live, please make sure to let me know and drop it below your 2 cents about the topic that we're talking about. We just having a little open panel tonight. NHA say, you right. Rolly would actually do what Edwin wouldn't, which is engage, which will in turn result in Rolly walking into solid counters all night. Rolly is trash. Rolly can walk, but again, does Rolly have a chin? Because he can walk into Shakur counters all night and walk straight through him and try to catch him. I don't know why. See, my impression of De Los Santos, I thought he was going to go in there and rough Shakur up. Because if you're going to beat Shakur, you're going to have to rough him up. He doesn't like to be hit. Like, let's say Frank Martin go in there. Frank Martin has the athleticism and he has the power to give Shakur a hard time. I don't think he would beat Shakur per se, even though I think he could, simply because he doesn't have the experience Shakur has. That's it. That's the only reason why I believe Frank Martin couldn't beat Shakur. You in Texas? Are you familiar with Nick J Boxing Channel? Nick J Boxiana. They really cool. Sincere and honest, smart, level headed. I think you would mesh well with them. I've seen like a live they've had, but I've never. I just recently realized they was in Texas today. But no, I don't know them actually. I do not know them. Maybe we'll come across each other eventually. I agree with that. Rolly ain't that good. He tries hard, give it his all. I think Rolly just need a new trainer for real. I think Rolly just need a new trainer. I don't know about Bullet. I think Rolly need a new trainer. Let me drop this link in the chat if anybody want to come up here. Drop the link in the chat. I'm probably only gonna be on here in like another 20 minutes, just an hour tonight. Want to hop up here real quick. I'm on vacation this week, so my plan is to go live every single day. Every single day. Man, I've been watching stuff about this puffy stuff. It's crazy, man. These people are outrageous with this money. But I digress. Yeah. But I digress. So let's see. Let's see if I can find some videos of Shakur just going hard about how so many people ducking him. Nobody want to fight him. How he went around and sparred everybody, so everybody's scared of him. See, that's the thing. Like, you trying to say people scared of you, you're gonna have to find another excuse. Like, they know they can't hit me. Like, that should be your rhetoric. Like, they know they can't hit me. You can get in the ring, you ain't gonna be able to touch me. He need to say stuff like that. So when you get in the ring and you don't get touched, that's what people are expecting. But if you like, oh, I'm gonna F them up, I'm gonna this and I'm gonna that. I see somebody posted they bet it $1,500. They bet it. Hold on. They bet it $1,500 for Shakur to get the knockout. Shakur ain't knocking nobody out. Shakur ain't knocking nobody out. And you know what's crazy? Is we could sit here, we could see all this, we could see Shakur without the power, we could see him scared of the power, and he fool around and get with Tank and get in there and fight Tank in the pocket and got all the power in the world. So that's why I'm a little comprehensive to be like, oh, he ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Tank. I literally believe he ain't gonna be able to do nothing with Tank. But for some reason, when the PBC fighters get in there with top-ranked fighters, all of a sudden, the top-ranked fighters are the complete opposite of what we've been seeing them do, and the PBC fighters are all of a sudden not able to perform how we've been seeing them perform. So, yes, I believe Tank will beat Shakur. However, I'm not getting tricked again. That's all I'm going to say about that. That's been my assessment of Shakur. Pressure will bust his pipes. Shakur is weak mentally. I heard people say Shakur is weak mentally and he don't got no heart. But this is the thing with that, Minister of Boxing. He put that pressure on himself. He put that pressure on his own self because he just won't be quiet. Or the type of rhetoric and trash talking doesn't match his performances. If your trash talk is about how somebody ain't gonna be able to, I hope Shakur, somebody send this to Shakur. 43:55 seconds. Listen, Shakur, I'm talking to you. If your trash talking is not going to match your performance in the ring, and people are gonna feel let down by you, you're going to lose your fan base. So if I were in your position, what I would do is circle my trash talk around my style of boxing. So when Tank names come up, I would say something like, he ain't gonna even be able to hit me. How he gonna knock me out? I just set the record for the least punches landed in a fight. Don't nobody want to get in the ring with me because ain't nobody gonna be able to hit me. Let's take the trash talk in that direction, right? So when you're at the fight or people are watching the fight, one, You won't be getting booed. And two, they're looking and expecting for you not to get hit. That would just be my marketing for Shakur if it were me. I think Tank will whoop Shakur and Haney's ASS. Absolutely. I don't see why people think Haney can beat Tank. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't see it. I believe Tank's IQ is way better than Haney's. He's just overall better boxer. He's the best complete boxer at 135, 130, 135, and 140. I believe Tank is the most complete boxer in all of those divisions. They must be new to boxing to bet on Shakur to knock out someone. I thought that was so funny. They were like, I put 1,500 on the knockout. It's probably because the odds were so crazy. And I've learned my lesson with that, betting on them crazy odds. Even though I did hit for some crazy odds on the Crawford fight. So for everybody that keeps saying y'all must have lost money, I didn't. Yep, he run them lips too much. Absolutely. Be quiet, sir. AJ say top rank, play some dirty ish. I know that. Absolutely. And that's the truth. That's the truth. Y'all can go check out my videos. I got a whole series, a whole live about the boxing corruption. Please check it out if you haven't watched it. If you're watching the replay of this live, go check it out. Go check it out so you can understand what you're dealing with. And HA2 say he talked too much ish on top of added pressure of having the great crowning him at the next guy, not to mention signing 2 major endorsement deals the past couple of weeks, Reebok and Prime. Oh, yeah, I did hear that he just signed a Reebok endorsement deal, and I guess he's with Prime. First of all, Prime is a horrible drink. I just want to say that. Got way too much sugar and caffeine in it. I don't recommend giving it to children. And he got the Reebok deal. So, is he doing too much too fast? Does he? I mean, I guess he was unified at 130, so he earned his endorsement deals, but he's gonna have to market himself in a different way. You just can't market yourself the way he's trying to market himself with that style. We got D35 in the building. What's going on? Let me drop this link. Come up here and chat. I'm up here talking to myself. Somebody say, so glad I didn't bet on the EJT Bud fight. Every energy drink is poison, in my opinion. Absolutely. I cannot drink energy drinks. Look, when I was in college, I used to, like, everybody was drinking them. You know, it was hip thing to do, try to drink an energy drink so you can stay up and study. Man, I drank an energy drink one time. I thought my heart was going to bust out my chest. And that's the last time I ever drank an energy drink, because anything that can make me feel like this, I do not need to drink it. Yeah, D35, them Prime drinks are horrible. Anything, this is my rule of thumb. Anything that's heavily marketed, I give it a side eye. I give it a side eye because if you spending all this money, I guarantee you they're spending more money on marketing than they're spending on making their product. I guarantee you that.
Where's that?
I can guarantee you that. All right, y'all, we got D35 in the building.
What's good, 2 Cents?
What's going on?
What's up?
Nothing, just hanging out on here tonight, just chilling.
Yeah.
Just came up here, I seen Ryan Garcia talking about Shakur, so I was like, I was gonna come up here and do open panel, but I was like, let me come up here and just talk about Ryan Garcia real quick.
What
How
you
you
think
feel about
Ryan
Garcia? You a fan? I'm a fan. I've been following Ryan. I like Ryan. I used to go back. Me and my husband always go back and forth about Ryan because he's like, he's just a step above a YouTube fighter, and I'm like, why are you doing Ryan like that? He got some skill. He just needs to work on it.
See, I got mixed feelings about Ryan. Like, I think he got talent. He got exposed with Tank. I don't know if he got exposed. I just think he probably got overconfidence like everybody do against Tank and get hit trying to pressure him like he suspect on his defense.
Yeah.
And
I
then
don't think he got exposed with Tank. He really had no business in there with Tank to begin with.
yeah, I think he took that fight a little too premature and it cost him. It ain't do nothing for him for real because all his fans is still his fans and they go still support him.
What
So
you mean? It catapulted him into stardom now. Now he the new A side. Everybody want to fight. Either want to fight with Ryan or you want to fight with Tank.
yeah, but he ain't gonna give up them big. He's not gonna give up those fights. Well, Oscar is. Oscar's not gonna allow him to be in a tough fight. That's why his next fight is somebody I don't even know. I
You know,
don't think.
it's right here. I'm in Houston. It's right here at the Toyota Center. I was thinking about going. I was talking to my brother about it. He's like, man, I ain't going to that fight. I don't even know who he fighting. I was like, all right. But I don't know. I feel like he's gonna be better and he's taking his craft more serious now. Like he did it backwards. He built his fan base and then now he's working on his skills.
Yeah. I don't know. It's like I like Ryan. I think he need to start like taking more step up fights, like not going after the big dogs. Like I think he need to leave. Like the Tanks and the Shakur Stevensons and um, what's the guy that's finna fight? David Haney. He need to stay away from him. Regis Prograis, Adrian Broner. He need to like.
Oh, he definitely could fight AB. He'd probably beat AB. Come on.
Nah.
You thinking prime AB. We thinking sit your ass down AB.
See, I was just think. I mean, I don't know. I think AB is a better boxer than Ryan. Ryan is too of a flat foot fighter right now. He got to be more
He been
on his toes.
he been in there with Derrick James. He didn't. I done heard Ron done got it together a little bit.
I like
And
him
he's
with
still
Derrick
young.
James.
He's still young, so you can fix those bad habits. Salute PGH, big dog.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like he need to like start taking. I like to see him fight. Well, he ain't that big. I mean, he went up to 140 now. Like I like to see him against like a Tevin Farmer. Um, See, I don't really know a lot of 140 pounders besides those I just named. Oh, what's the name? Rolly. That'd be a good fight. That'd be.
Yeah, he could fight Rolly.
I see him. Yeah, going after Rolly, getting that belt that Rolly got.
I think Shakur should fight Rolly.
Yeah, it would be boring.
Would it?
Yeah, because Rolly. I mean, Rolly would
Cause
get
he gonna
exposed.
run all night. Cause Shakur gonna
Yeah.
run all night.
Yeah, he go pop shot him and run, make him look stupid. Rolly kind of wild with his approach, but he's strong. He a strong fighter.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He could probably catch him.
He might. That actually might be a good fight because Ryan is a flat footed fighter. He don't get out the way of that power. So that'll be a good fight for him. But
It
I
could really.
definitely
That sounds like a bad style matchup for Shakur. Cause he got power. Anybody with power, to me, has a shot to beat Shakur. But you just gotta be more rough. Like I thought De Los Santos was gonna be way more aggressive.
I mean it's hard when somebody like fight like a cat. He got cat like reflexes. Like it's hard to even corner Shakur. You can't corner him because he know that ring like no other. Like he's second to hand to Floyd for its movement in the ring and defense and just awareness. Like it's hard to catch. That's what I was saying. Like I mean, okay, you can be a great fighter, but you're in the business of making money. You cannot think your career will go anywhere with that type of style. Like it's hard to
Right.
market you. It's hard. Like
But I don't know if you got on here before I said this. What if he was presenting himself as like, man, ain't nobody gonna get in the ring with me. They can't hit me. They can't, you know what I'm saying? Versus how you gonna whoop somebody's ass or something like that. Like if you change the way you were coming off and what you were gonna do to your opponent, then that would be what people would expect from you when you got in the ring.
Yeah, but no, but we know that nobody's paying to see somebody miss and not engage in the fight. Nowadays, like it worked with Floyd because Floyd had just as much people wanted him to lose than to win. So it played into his hand like, yeah, y'all like this fighter? All right, put him in the ring with me and watch he can't do nothing with me. Like Shakur ain't got that status yet. Like he's still
Right.
trying to build up a name. Like he ain't even knocking out nobody or you know what I'm saying? Now it's like I don't even want to see you fight for real because you're so boring.
Yeah, you should have took that 25%. Minister of Boxing says Shakur is kind of stuck in a no-win situation. That's his style. Perhaps doesn't have a chin without having the talent to mix it up and make it entertaining. The Boo Birds is here to stay. The Boo Birds, oh ha, boo. And then I think that just was a bad style matchup. Like Top Rank supposedly got the best matchmakers. That wasn't no good match. Wasn't no good style matchup.
It would have been if Shakur didn't run. Like it would have been if he would have just stood in. Like it ain't about like having a rock'em sock'em fight. We standing toe to toe and all this. Sometimes you got to mix it up. Like you can box from the outside, move your feet, but sometimes you got to stand in the pocket and make your opponent pay for his mistakes. And he was not willing to do that at all. Like, I mean,
I think Shakur don't got no chin and he get knocked out in sparring.
he might.
Because like the way he don't want to get hit is unreal. Say Ryan was swinging like he was hitting a heavy bag. Tank was literally toying with him till he got him up out of there. Yeah,
Yeah,
Tank was toying. I thought he was gonna destroy Ryan,
but
like just vicious.
yeah, everybody. I mean, everybody get in the ring and look at Tank. Oh, you're a little short arms, and he play. They play right into his hands. Like he know how to use what he got to the maximum. Like you think you gonna be over there overpower him and bully him, or you think he's scared because he moving? He just waiting to catch you slipping.
Mhm. Minister say AB is done. Period. Ryan Garcia beats AB. No need to see it. Everybody know AB is done. No, no, hold on, Minister of Boxing Violation. Listen, I'm an AB fan. I want to see him fight. I mean, I don't care if he win or lose. I like AB. He's entertaining. So I want to see him fight. I want to see a press conference. I want to see a build up. I think he said he want to fight Ryan, Regis, and there was one more person he named.
Um,
He didn't say Rolly, but I want to see him fight Rolly too.
yeah, but see, like one thing I love about AB is that he's the only fighter that took chances throughout his entire career, right? And he lost them. He lost all his big fights, but he took the chances. He was daring to be great. You know, the rest of these fighters not doing that. Like he fought not Ryan Garcia, Mikey Garcia, fought Pacquiao, he fought Madonna. Um, who else he fought? I forget who else he fought that he got a draw against. He did Garcia, or I can't think of his name. He was a Mexican fighter that
Against who?
he got a draw against somebody. Um, I can't think of his name, but like AB like has one of the most impressive careers. I mean, far as on paper, because he did take the chances to fight people. You
Yeah, he
know,
did.
you know what I'm saying.
But
Most
that's what messed him up though, because he really had no reason fighting McDonald.
R.I.P. to Mike Stafford, Coach Mike. Coach Mike, he ain't had no business signing off on that fight at that time.
Yeah, he shouldn't have took that fight. But AB don't listen.
Nah,
Cause
he
I
don't.
seen an interview with AB and he was saying like hold on y'all. All right, y'all, we got Darth Crawford in the building.
What it do? What it do? How y'all doing?
What's up? What's up? What's up,
What
homie?
up? What up?
I'm cool, man. Figure let me just join y'all. Talk some boxing talk. Jack.
Yeah, we just up here chilling, man. But he was saying how nobody helped him with his career or advised him and this and that. I'm thinking in my head like you probably just didn't listen.
Nah, he hard. He hard to deal. AB just he been this way his whole life, man. Him and his twin brother, man, they was bad bad little kids in the neighborhood running around, just bad. AB been this way like he AB been this way like everybody call him AB. He's his twin for real, like look dirty twin, and he been that way his entire life, like his whole life, like
I
him
think
and his
AB
brother.
need to be on some type of medication or something. He needs to just chill. He just self sabotage. I don't get it.
That money, man. When you're not used to having that type of money and fame, and then you trying to uphold this street image like you still in the streets and all that, and then you blow all your money, then you got to go back around these people that's talking about you, whispering about you. You know, it mess with your psyche. And you know, like
And then I didn't know he was doing like rap tours and going on tour like AB. You think you finna come off tour and then train for a fight? He was tripping. He didn't take his career serious as he should. And then he got chance after chance, and he's still getting chances right now to this day.
Because he's charismatic.
yep, he's marketable. I mean, when you can market AB, if AB get into shape, he will be dangerous. Like he can put himself in a position to make some money, but I'm saying like he spent most of his camps just trying to lose the weight just to get. He can't never make 140. He hasn't made 140. He never made 140. He skipped from 135 to 147. Like he never made
Yep,
140.
he sure
Yeah.
did.
Imagine if he would have stayed at 140, man. If he would have actually he was disciplined, AB would have been an all-time great at 140.
Yep.
Why did AB and Terrence Crawford never fight?
AB he went from 135 to 140 because that party and that.
Nah, he jumped from 135 right into welterweight. He couldn't stay at anyway. I don't know.
He ain't have the size for 147, but he wasn't disciplined to stay at 135 or 140.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And he's still trying to make 149. Can't make it. I think his last fight was at a catch weight.
Yeah, 144. He ain't gonna never make 140. Like never.
Yeah, I
We'll
think
see.
that's his peak. Cause well, actually, I can't even say that, man. Cause he actually did put up a decent fight against Maidana, but I think that fight just took so much out of him.
Yeah.
He just
I
dropped his
rewatched
punch
that
resistance.
Maidana fight recently. Hey, Broner fought his ass off in that fight.
Nah, he did. Nah, I'm not gonna hold you. He did, but he took a lot of punishment, man. He shouldn't have.
Yeah, broke his jaw. He got his jaw broken in that fight.
Yeah, wide shut.
Yeah, I think he said he broke Maidana's jaw too.
Yeah, I don't know. Maidana was
Maidana
talking
said that was
fine.
the hardest he ever been hit. He
Yeah,
said he hit him the hardest he ever been hit.
Yeah, he got humbled. Like that was more like he fought that hard in that fight because he was embarrassed. Like he was getting knocked off his high horse and he was actually seeing it in the fight. Like he looking over in his corner, like everybody concerned, and he yelling back at his corner, like I'll be all right. Like he ain't never been through that. So he fought with his heart that fight. And after that, he like, man, I ain't about to get embarrassed no more. That's why everybody see him now. He's not letting his hands go because he do not want to get embarrassed.
Well,
Yeah,
hopefully he can
made him
overcome
gun
that.
shy.
Yep.
Hopefully he can overcome that. So what else been new on the boxing streets? All I've been hearing people talking about is Shakur.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
man,
most.
that's the topic of the. It's gonna be the
They're not
next
even
topic.
talking about the Haney Regis fight no more.
Yeah, I mean, I guess what's that old saying?
You said
Publicity,
what?
what's that old saying? What's that? All publicity is good publicity. Bad
Oh
publicity is good
yeah.
publicity. They're
Yeah.
talking about him, man.
Shit, they ain't even talking about what's the name. He about to fight before Regis and Devin Haney.
The
Yeah,
Benavidez.
boo. Yeah, the
Yeah.
Michis.
Who y'all got?
I'm going for my man. I gotta go for my.
Who?
That's a,
Benavidez?
hell
Nah.
no. Boom.
It's Arcadian or what is it?
And that's Cape Verdean.
Cape Verdean. Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
It's,
Place in Africa.
it's a country off the west coast of Africa.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just got some clips today of when Canelo was talking to Boo
Get the
Boo.
fuck out of here, man. Please. Please, get the fuck out of here, man.
horrible fight. Horrible fight.
Payday. You want payday? I know that.
Besides
Yeah,
him and
Hey,
Ortiz in the heavyweight, they froze them boys out.
yeah,
but
they
I
did that
heard
man dirty.
Andrade got once he turned down that Charlo fight. That's when he pretty much started getting like, and then he went over there to the zone and was fighting all the European fighters.
Nah, he didn't turn down. He didn't. That was a dumb move on his part. I'm not even gonna front. I'm not gonna hold you but he kind of got played by his management team because the management team convinced him like, yo, I don't know how.
Oh, he was trying to sign with Jay-Z, right?
Yeah, because Jay Z was on some BS too, trying to dig at him because they got history, and he was like he that wasn't the only fighter that actually pulled out of an Al Heyman card and signed with
Mm.
Rock Nation. Peter
Mm.
Quinlan actually, I don't know if you remember Peter Quinlan. He was an
Oh,
Al Heyman fighter. Jay Z snuck him, made him pull out of a fight. I think it was with the Gale, and then they even tried to get AB too.
Yep. I think they tried
yeah.
to offer him 40 million or something, but he
Yeah,
didn't do
40
it.
mil. AB is like, nah, I ain't falling for the okey doke.
And what happened to the Rock Nation deal? They just fell apart.
Yeah, because I mean, to get in the boxing business is hard as to begin with, but I don't think Jay Z had any intention of actually, you know, being in the boxing business. I think he just that's just my opinion, Shay. I think he was just trying to do it to get under Al Heyman's skin more than anything.
Mm. Let's see, Mr. Magnificent say that's why the boxing ring was so big. They knew Shakur was going to run. So they made the boxing ring bigger,
I
Mr.
mean, you could
Magnificent?
he was the A side, so you can request, if you want a small ring or a big ring. So he probably
Uh,
requested a bigger
Yep.
size ring.
he getting a big ring. Let's see. Floyd was charismatic, clever, entertaining, in and out the ring, a very special cross of entertainer and great athlete, one of a kind. I don't like Floyd, but he good.
He's definitely
But
good,
this is,
man.
you said what?
I said Floyd's my guy, and he was the goods. But let's not act like Floyd and make sure he had every single last advantage he can in that ring.
As far
And
as
none of
what?
his, as far as everything,
Oh yeah,
you
everything.
fight, you fight Floyd, well, you have to take what he gives you. The ring size, the gloves. That's what A sides do. So I'm not gonna act like he didn't do these things because he learned from one of the best, which was De La Hoya.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But how come I never hear Floyd saying, "Oh, I must," like Shakur saying, "Oh, I must have been in the gym too much." Personally, I think maybe Shakur didn't take this fight as serious as he
Yeah,
should, and he wasn't prepared.
he shouldn't have just
That
fucking said nothing. To be honest, I mean, one thing I don't like about him. Okay, great. You don't say I'm not gonna make excuses, and in the very next breath you make an excuse. So it's like, bro, just stop talking. Just
I
like
but
it
put
was a
Doc, you
bad
was you was
performance.
the one talking about how come Spence ain't said nothing.
But nah, but see, I'm not asking telling Spencer making excuses and shit. I'm just saying Spence hasn't, he hasn't come. We haven't seen Spence make any public statement at all ever since he lost that fight. And usually, I get a fighters they go on a little hiatus, especially after they suffer bad loss like that. But at least you hear from them. You know,
Yeah,
they,
let's see.
they
Mr.
pop
Magnificent
up in
said he makes
interviews.
Shakur fight in a smaller boxing ring so he can't run. I need to find out what size ring he fighting in. I didn't realize they was making the ring bigger.
Oh yeah, they got all
Say,
different types of sizes of rings.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just the A side. It's just your preference. Like Like that, like Canelo when he fought against I think Ryder, he had a small ring on purpose so he can cut him off, or was it Plant? I think it was Plant.
Yeah, I think it was Plant because he
Yep.
was wanting more money when he was doing that. All kind of big deal they was making about that. Minister of Boxing said he was a big AB fan till he lost to Mikey Garcia.
Yeah, but
Why you was a big
AB was
AB
kind of
fan till he
done
lost to Mikey?
after that, man. I mean, he had already lost prior to losing to Mike. He lost what's the name of that? Oh boy, man, the other Mexican dude.
I can't. He lost to Mikey Garcia. He lost to Pacquiao. He lost to Sean Porter. Um,
All
he
his
got
step up fights.
Molina. Was it Molina?
he
Nah,
Maidana.
that
beat
was I'm on.
he had a draw against somebody. I can't think of it, but I was just telling my boy about AB. I'm like, cause he a big AB fan. I'm like, AB got four titles in four different weight classes, and you can't
Yep.
name none of them. You can't name none of the fighters he beat besides
I mean, you could say
Palomati.
that for a lot of people.
True, true.
But like he beat Polly for 147, and everybody beat Polly.
Yeah,
Well,
he
he
Like
had a
did.
belt.
He probably.
Let's see.
yeah,
Yeah, AB be getting sloppy drunk, passing out, going to jail. AB sabotaged his whole career. It seems like once he stopped getting money, he calmed down a little bit.
he broke.
Yeah, he don't need money.
Yeah, he was
Sha-
broke, man.
Shakur should fight Raymond Muratalla. Do y'all think Shakur will fight Navarrete?
That would be that would be the ideal fight, man. 'Cause I think I mentioned that, and I think if he stays with, if he resigns the top rank, that's gonna be his next fight. That's a no brainer. He was in the
I,
undercard, and you know what I'm saying. He fought, they fought a common opponent. I don't think Nevarati's giving Conceição a rematch.
I don't think Tank is going in. I mean Tank. I don't think Shakur is leaving top rank. I just don't see him going nowhere.
Mm-mm.
He might not,
I don't see it.
but we'll
I
see,
do see.
man.
I
He's
do see Mayweather at the fight though. Like what he doing up there?
probably trying to sign him.
They
Yeah.
said he left early.
Yeah.
No, he was
it's
in there taking a picture with him after the fight. I thought.
oh, someone was Crawford and all that. I think that was before the
Yeah.
fight.
Oh, okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Yeah, that
Yeah, but
was.
they probably make boxing meeting. They make something out of nothing. He could have went and got a drink or something. Or went to the bathroom. He was out. Look at Floyd leaving.
Man,
I don't know, man.
I
You
just
know how
can't. I
people
don't
like to
see
spin stuff.
nobody a good matchup for Shakur because I know when he get in the ring with somebody that hit hard, he's not going to engage in the fight. He gonna win the fight, but it's just I don't
Well,
see it.
he's in a do or die situation now. It's like I mean,
There's a lot of people
I'm
in the chat saying Robert Garcia like to use them funky gloves.
Man, he a
said
dirty.
Ryan Garcia. Said Robert
See,
Garcia.
Shakur,
Yeah,
yeah,
Robert.
Robert Garcia, Mikey Garcia's
Oh,
brother. Says Shakur's mouth has been writing checks his talent level can't cash, in my opinion, and the pressure he's feeling it right now. I feel that carried into his fight with De Los Santos. He brought it on himself.
yeah, he did. But I'm not gonna write him off just yet because it's like we do that in boxing too fast nowadays. Too. It's like fighter has a bad performance. You know what I'm saying? Let him lose a fight, man. We already writing him off. Oh, he was a bum. I knew it all along, but man. Let's see how
Now, I don't think he's getting wrote off because you can't deny he's skillful and you can't deny his talent. It's just people want to see you doing what you're talking about. People want to see why you feel like everybody ducking you because it's hard to be like he's one of the most skillful boxers at 135 and at the same time be getting booed and don't nobody who's saying they don't even want to watch you fight.
Yeah, and I mean that last the last performance, man. There's no excuse for I can't
Yeah,
blame nobody for booing him. But my thing is like the prior, 3 or 4 fights, he gave you something. Like you whooped on Jamel Aaron, you whooped on him bad. You whooped on Conceição that just, what I'm saying, went life and death with Navarrete went life and death with, and I mean the last dude he fought, his first fight at 135. Dude was talking a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I call him. I can't even think of his name. I call him the sushi chef. The Japanese dude, Yoshoni, whatever.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yep,
Yeah,
yep. Hey, I just dropped the link if y'all want to come up here and be up here a few more minutes. You might want to come up here and get a 2 cents. Said Floyd made Canelo look like an amateur. Floyd beat the hell out of him.
he
Canelo was
did.
young too. He was young to be fighting Floyd, and
And
that's why
Canelo,
I like to compare the Canelo Floyd thing to the Crawford Boots thing because Floyd didn't have to fight Canelo.
I mean, he didn't, but it was such a big fight for his money, and he got him
yeah,
at the right time. I mean, it was destined, and he caught him too with that talking out the side of his mouth saying he can make 142. I mean 152. So they held him to that and fought him at a catch weight.
dynamics is different, man. Canelo actually, I'm not to try to bring the whole business aspect into it. 'Cause I know we get lost and all that, but it is what it is. Canelo actually brought something to the table for Floyd. It's that green print, you know,
Right,
Mexican
right.
fan
He had
base.
his own little fan base, yeah.
Yeah, he's already, he
But
already
this
an
is the
established
thing.
fan base.
They should fight each other because Crawford, what are you bringing to the table? Like
Oh,
you're
you bring
not
it.
really bring. It's not like you really finna be doing numbers or nothing like that. Which is why you need to fight a bigger name.
Well, Boots is not a big name though.
I
Yeah,
know, but the point that I'm making is neither one of y'all bringing nothing to the table. So let's stop trying to make it seem like you bringing something too.
Relatively speaking, though, in comparison, I mean that's like night and day. Boots,
Cause you not you I Crawford ain't no draw either. He not selling out
he's
nothing.
a much bigger draw than Boots though,
yeah, yeah.
and he
Crawford is
has the hardware, and he has the name recognition. He has
So
it.
then he should make the fight.
what I mean. Like
Do y'all get what I'm saying? If that's
I,
the case, he should have no problem making the fight.
but he looking for big name fights because he's a household name now. Like everybody know who Bud Crawford is after the Earl Spence fight. So he don't want to fight somebody where he has to carry the fight. He want to fight somebody that bring more value than himself to the fight, so it can be a big money fight. I think he only got like 2 or 3 more fights, if that. So he want 20, 30,000. I mean 20, 30 million fights. 20 to
He
30 million
not
dollar fight.
getting that.
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
not
he ain't
getting
gonna,
another $20 million,
I don't think he's
$30 million
gonna get
fight. I
that
don't care
either.
who he fight. He not getting that
He
because
might get a he
he's
might get a 10, 15. You
I
you
know,
see what
think
I'm saying? Like 30 million fights. Like Terrence Crawford is not a Tyson. He not a Floyd. He not a Spence. He not he's you get what I'm saying? He hasn't built himself to that.
I know, but
yeah,
like if we fight Boots, it's only gonna be like for $5 million because Boots don't have a
They
household
gonna
name.
pay him more than that. Don't try to play. Don't do Crawford like that. They don't give him more than 5 mil.
If you fight Boots, it's gonna be. I mean, only the boxing hardcore fans know about Boots.
yeah.
Like
Boots is
that's
really not known outside of Philly or maybe like New York and a little further, a little further down.
Joseph
Eh,
Suave, hey, what up? What up? Ariane say if he talking staying at 147, he gotta see Boots.
oh, he
oh yeah,
definitely
for
Hey,
will.
sure. Yeah,
I want him to fight Boots. See that's one thing. I don't protect my favorite fighters. I want him to fight Boots because I want to wake up that next morning and read the comments after he
you want to troll?
embarrassed the
You want to
young
wake up and troll? Is what you
man.
saying?
Listen,
Man,
I
shut that soft ass shit up, man.
I'll be looking for the two. Like where y'all at?
You want to wake up and troll? Nah,
And
but if he has no intention of staying at 47. All this crying about the belt, that's just to keep his name in the thing and to play off his fans. Because either you gonna fight Boots or you leaving 47. Because who else can you fight? Like you would tarnish, in my opinion, your legacy, quote unquote, if you stay at 47 and fight anybody else but Boots. There's nobody else at 47 worthy of fighting you, as perceived by the public or casuals, in my opinion.
facts. But I don't really think he wasn't really crying about the belt. He was just stating the obvious. It's like, yo, I had the belt for like 2 months, and y'all, they basically tell me, okay, you got to negotiate with, with Boots and shit. It's like, and then if you would have did that, he already been crucified for quote unquote negotiating bad faith the first time with Spence because he was supposed to negotiate with Spence and Avenesian. So now they asking him to negotiate with Boots and Spence at the same time. It's like, I mean, they could have waited. Boots could have waited.
Yeah, but that was my question. So you telling me you can't negotiate a fight with Boots, but you did the same thing when you was about to fight Spence? Like, it don't make sense.
And he
Not
got killed
really.
for it though.
No, but he's in a contract with Spence.
Yeah, this
You get what I'm saying?
too.
It's a difference. It's like he's in a contract, so he can't negotiate with Boots because he's still in the contract with Spence.
I think he could have negotiated. They could have talked or whatever. But it's like, I just don't think I would have felt the same way if he was soon. Like I'm like, bro, I just got this belt. Can I just finish this up right here? It just seems like the IBF just wanted somebody to defend that belt so they can get their sanction fees. Because they
Well,
wasn't
I
about to
think if
wait
we're
for Bud.
honest, like, yeah, we're not about to wait another 15 to 18 months for you to be playing around with this belt. Like, seriously. And he done with 47. He's just done with 47. Joseph say if
But
he
he
fight Boots,
inherited
he's
that.
gonna lose, so his
Yeah,
status will be reduced to a one-hit wonder. I don't think Crawford would lose to Boots. I know a lot of people think that and believe that, but after seeing that Karen fight, I feel like it's still a lot of stuff Boots needs to work on. He has trouble with footwork,
Hmm.
obviously.
for
And
work,
people
and I
people
think he
acting
has
like he ain't got
trouble.
no holes in his games. He has holes in his game.
That man gets hit.
Yeah, and plus it's like if he beat Boots, it ruins Boots' career, and he's 25 years
No,
old,
it don't.
26.
It don't.
I mean, he might get in there, and if he get beat up
How
real
does me
bad,
losing to the best fighter on the planet ruin my career?
it's how you
That's how
lose
you lose. Yeah,
it. Like you get beat up, man. I mean, just like AB,
yeah.
I mean, it ruined his career. We were just talking about him, like you know what I'm saying. When you get knocked off your high horse, and it's like you get beat down, and
Matt
you yeah.
Perez says, I'm happy Crawford fans say he's a bigger draw and believe he's a household name. So now we can stop hearing nobody wants to see the Spence Crawford rematch because all Bud new fans will watch it, right?
Ain't that what they're working on?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean, my only thing
Oh,
with the rematches, I'm not understanding why we still don't know what the weight gonna be. We got Joseph in the building.
What up, fam? What up, fam?
what's
How
up?
y'all
what's up?
doing?
What's going on, Joe?
Cooling, cooling.
Ain't nothing. Just want to enter the discussion.
What up?
Ain't nothing, man. I don't know, man. To me, I think Boots could beat Crawford, but I figure like this: this whole thing about um Crawford as being this good or great is based on one particular fight, right? Right or wrong.
Right.
For what?
So one fight doesn't mean he can beat a lot of Crawford fans think he can practically beat anybody he go in the ring with because based on one fight. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
they would say it's based on his whole career.
I
Yeah, I'm
mean
I'm confused. I'm like, you
his
saying
career. When he got dropped by Mean Machine, that right there told me right there that basically as good as
Allegedly.
He got dropped, man. We all saw that, man.
All right, so do you diminish Floyd's career by getting dropped by what call it, man?
Look,
He
By
got
Zab
dropped
I'm
twice.
Judah? By
no. What
somebody?
I'm saying, I'm, I'm saying that he was on his tail. He was on his knees getting up. You know what I'm saying? That's what he was doing. When Floyd's glove, it was a knockdown. His glove touched the canvas. That's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, um, with all the allegations and stuff going on about all these other aspects of his game, we don't know how long he's been doing a lot of different things. You know what I'm
Uh,
saying?
like
So
winning?
a lot of things, like went by how he winning. Nobody cares if you win, long as you win fair. Come in there with the same thing somebody else come in there with, and deal with what Mother Nature gave you, your intelligence and your skills that you learn from your team or whatever.
So
Period.
you don't think he's an intelligent fighter?
I don't think he's a fair fighter.
Who?
I, Crawford.
What about
I
intelligent?
honestly don't. I think he's a smart fighter. I think he's a smart fighter. I think there's things he can look at and know what to do as far as certain things that's in front of him. You know what I'm saying? But as far as having an edge and making sure he has an edge and the edge that that is secretive. Oh, I believe that too.
What do you like about Crawford?
Well, one thing I do like about Crawford is that he's a switch hitter. A lot of things he does,
And he ain't even a
unorthodox.
switch hitter no more, so you got it.
Well, all I'm saying, you asked me the question. I like that.
He
I,
ain't been
I,
a
I
switch
like that.
hitter since like
I
since
like.
like
I
early
think
in his
he's
career.
a switch hitter.
He
You know what I'm
just does
saying?
that the first couple of rounds, and then he most of his fight, he majority of his fight he ends up fighting in the southpaw stance. He
Right,
just
right.
does that first couple of rounds, and
Well, he's
He's
but he's
not
not
the
the first.
ability
he
He's
that
not
actually
you
loses.
he's not the first fighter that has done that before though. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Right,
right.
right.
So,
And once I seen Boots, I kind of realized like Crawford ain't really no switch hitter. That ain't gonna like change feet before he come out in the round. But Boots is a switch hitter.
Boots is
but
a
But
switch hitter.
Crawford,
He's a big 147. He's fast. He's also how can I put it very elusive. You know what I'm saying? He's even though he doesn't have that much experience, he's from a boxing family. He's seen a lot of styles prior to getting in the ring professionally. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? He's seen a lot of different things. So I'm not saying that Crawford wouldn't be able to confuse him or whatever, but it's gonna be it's gonna be back and forth. I'm gonna show you some things. You're gonna show me some things. It's gonna be about who can get away with the things they show the other person, being where they want to be at all times, and making sure the other person is never where they want to be.
who you think seen more as
But this
far as
is the
like
thing with
Oh,
styles?
Boots.
oh,
I think Boots is very beatable. I'm not gonna lie. I like Boots. I'm a fan. But when I watch him, I'm like somebody's going to expose him and beat him. Like he's very beatable, and maybe he's not in a good era of boxing where it's just a lot of competition for him to fight right now.
that's it for me. I think he's just in a wrong era
everyone
of
is
boxing.
so everyone
25
every
years old.
I, I believe every fighter is beatable. I think time has proven that. Period. Even Floyd was beatable. There's a lot of fights that some fights that Floyd didn't take. You know what I'm saying? Just because the fights that he was undefeated doesn't mean there wasn't fights out there that he could have
So who did
taken.
Floyd duck? I want to ask my question, chat. Let me know
Winky
who did
right, Winky
Floyd
right,
duck.
Winky
No,
right.
When
Mickey
He
White
dumped.
fought at
he
one. He was bigger.
Hold
He
on.
fought at one.
He was
He was
bigger. He was bigger, but he was at 147. He's willing to come back down. Floyd came up with
yeah,
these stipulations about when you come down, you can't be a certain weight once you come in the ring. You know what I'm saying? In other words, you can only rehydrate to a certain weight. But
try
it's
to A
just like,
side him. He was A siding him.
and then,
yeah.
but hold on. But at the same time, he had the same stipulation when he came back to boxing. He fought against Marquez. But guess what? He rehydrated, and he was too heavy based on what he already put on paper. He had to pay Marquez extra money. So
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying. So it's not like Just because they never fought or all these different terms or whatever. A lot of things he complained about, he's done himself. You know what I'm saying? And there are fighters out there that he didn't get in there with. One Wiki, right? Who else?
I say
Paul
Um,
Mir
Williams.
Khan.
hmm?
I think Mir Khan would have gave him a run for his money.
Amir Khan.
Nah.
Yes,
I mean,
I'm gonna
A
tell you
young, but
why.
at that time,
Uh,
yeah, he was young. And when Amir Khan was young, he
I'm
wasn't a
talking about when
flat
he
footed
was
fighter.
Floyd, like not when he was Pretty Boy Floyd, when he was Money May, because Money May didn't
yeah.
have that punching power, and that would have been a great boxing match. Because Amir Khan had fast hands, and you know that only kryptonite that he had was he had a glass jaw. But
That's what I'm saying, though.
Amir Khan was
Floyd wasn't no knockout artist, so I think it would have been.
Amir Khan was nice. Like you said, he didn't have a chin. But the thing
Floyd would have
was,
knocked Amir Khan out. You tripping?
Oh,
I don't
Floyd
know,
wasn't
man.
knocking nobody out.
Amir Khan, he was pretty. He just wasn't like you said. He wasn't rugged. He wasn't rugged. So I think it would have been a real good fight. But he said it would be a real good fight. You know what I'm saying? Give him a run for his money. You know what I'm
I
saying?
thought
I
Amir
think.
Khan was gonna beat Terrence Crawford.
Well,
Well, you never know. You never again with the whole thing with my man Gloves. You never know what the situation was.
Oh my God! Here you
You
go.
never know.
You
I'm
keep
saying.
you
I'm
keep
saying.
sliding them in there, man. I'm
No.
trying to be
Well, listen to
calm.
me. Okay. What I'm saying is you never know based on certain things. You never know. And in fact, we've only seen. I'll say this. I'll say this. If in the rematch, if in the rematch Crawford does the same damage to
mhm.
Spence, I'll say he just hit that hard. That's just him.
So you don't
I,
think he hit
I
that hard now?
I mean, I never
I'm
seen him hit that
I
hard before.
What about when he what about all
But
them
we don't.
stoppages
We
he
can't
had?
go down
no
this
no
rabbit
yo
hole. We can't go down this rabbit hole.
yeah,
We
let's
can't
not
go
go
down
down.
this rabbit hole.
But yeah,
I'm
let's
like
not go
trying to.
there. The
You
fight will
started
come.
it. You
I'm
started it,
sorry.
man.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All I'm saying is when you with me when I think of Terrence Crawford, I think of a person who can box real well, but may not hit that hard. As hard as it.
But
No. I don't think so.
even Spence says he hits hard prior to him fighting.
Yeah, I think Terrence Crawford was the
'Cause
harder puncher coming into the fight. He has more knockouts than Earl Spence has fights. So and he coming up from a lower weight classes. So that tells you he carries his power as he moves up.
yeah,
So
that's fact.
It's possible, but it's a late age. The same thing with your boy on Tyson Fury. At a very late age, he does something that he's never done on that level, and gloves are suspicious. Certain things are just very suspicious, and suspicious things around them. Same thing. You know what I'm saying? If you were to see Boots do like some amazing thing, just think how old is Boots?
25,
26.
26.
Just imagine 10 years from now, he just obliterates somebody way to the point where as you're looking at, he wasn't doing that when he was 25, and everybody was talking about it when he was 25. You know what I'm
So
saying?
fight. So
Especially if you go up to 160 or something like that, you're gonna be like, hold on, something ain't making sense here.
so the older you get, the last thing that goes is your power.
Well, Roy Jones
Omega
got
Red
older.
salute.
Roy
But
Jones got older.
but power
What happened
don't
to his power?
really just
Huh?
be carrying up with you when you coming. When you're a bigger fighter coming down, I think your power carries up with you. But when you're a smaller fighter coming up, I don't think the power
Roy Jones'
carries
power
Yeah,
with
it
didn't
you.
go.
does, but see, it does. It just shows that you're naturally
Who?
a
Give me some
powerful
examples. Give me some examples,
puncher.
please.
Of
Give
what?
me some of fighters when they got older. They moved up and they was
Salute
much
Omega
stronger.
Red.
Um
What's going on, Cash Crypto?
Mikey Garcia, every time he moved up, his power carried well.
Snack.
Uh, oh, you say snack? Okay, let's see what's outside the snack. We go outside the snack menu. Moved up.
Do do
Tank.
do
Oh, Tank.
do.
Tank. Every time he goes up, he who else? It's hard to think of that right now. Like I'm trying to think of fighters that moved up.
You ain't gotta have all the answers now. You can come back with them.
Exactly. That's
Anybody
all.
in the chat? Anybody in the chat? If y'all can think of anybody whose power carried up with them throughout the division. I mean, I guess you could say Pacquiao,
With
but
the age.
he got the
Yeah.
allegation. I guess you could say in a way he got the allegation. So I mean,
All I'm saying is
What about
that
Floyd Patterson? I'm gonna take it way back. What about Floyd Patterson?
well, we all know a lot of people. Floyd Patterson was not fighting. How can I put it? Are you talking about Floyd Patterson or Sugar Ray Robinson? Who was Floyd Patterson fighting at a late age and he was dropping?
Robert
That he
Duran.
Roberto
Yeah,
Duran.
Robert Duran. Yeah,
Roberto
Roberto
Duran.
Duran. Tommy the
Yes.
Hitman Hearns. Sugar
Yes.
Ray Leonard. You want me to keep going?
No, hold on. Sugar Ray Leonard. Hold on. All right, let's go back just a little bit. I'm gonna go one by one through all those. I'm gonna ask you a question. Floyd
Mm-hmm.
Patterson. Who did he fight at a late age that he dropped?
I don't know none of the names, but I know he carried his weight, his power.
No, he
He carried
didn't.
whatever
He
he
was a
wanted.
heavyweight. He was a heavyweight, right?
Maybe we're
He
talking
was a
about Sugar Ray
heavyweight.
Robinson then.
Okay,
You talking about
Sugar Ray.
Sugar? He the
I'm getting my
Okay,
heavyweight.
old
okay.
folks
Sugar
mixed
Ray
up.
Robinson. Even back then, nothing against Sugar Ray Robinson, but he was fighting a lot of. It wasn't like boxing now. A person who was a mailman or a milkman could be a boxer back then. You know, they weren't dedicated people that was their job all day in, day out.
You don't think
Um,
that happens now?
Again, all I'm saying is now it's like people go to the gym 8, 10 hours. That's just their job. That's all they got
it's
to
a little
focus on.
different. It's a little different. It's just like how back in the
No,
day, the people in the NBA was plumbers and shit. Like it's a little different. Like
Yeah,
people
so
I
dedicated
gotta
their
nothing,
lives.
nothing,
understand. It's
nothing
like
against Floyd Patterson, nothing against Floyd Patterson. But all I'm saying was he was a full-time boxer. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of boxers he was fighting weren't full-time boxers. You know what I'm saying? And then you said Roberto Duran. You said the Roberto Duran.
Yes.
The only person I remember him was Iran Barkley that he beat when or his power made a difference as he got up. That same Iran Barkley beat up Hearns twice. You know what I'm saying? If you look at the fight, like we always say, styles make fights. You know what I'm saying? You know he was there to be hit um against Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying?
we
What,
talking about power though.
yeah, we
He
talking.
carried
That's
his
what I'm talking
power.
about.
Hey, hold
Right.
on,
Right.
y'all.
That's
Let
what
me
I'm
address
saying.
this
I think he
comment.
carried
Let me
his
address
Middleweight.
this
power.
There's a
comment.
difference between carrying your
Broken
power.
Dangerous say so. Crawford should expose him and fight Boots. Then ain't no excuses. If he beats Spence again, then go back and get your belt back and become 3-time undisputed champ. What's the problem? Broken Dangerous. That's the same thing I said.
See,
Is Boots not a legacy fight now? Because you can go fight him and be 3-time undisputed. That's what you want.
but I think a lot of people want him to fight Boots now versus when he was Earl Spence mandatory because a lot of fans are Earl Spence fans that want Bud to
But
lose.
that's not. But
Yeah.
that. See, this is my issue with that narrative. That's not even what's going on. People
Yes,
been
it is.
saying Crawford and Boots should fight. This is not a new argument. People been want to see
But he
Boots
been,
When
but
fight
he been, but
Spence
he been
Okay.
or Boots
Earl.
fight
He,
Hold
Crawford.
he
on.
was
he's
he
Look.
been
was
Earl
Earl's
Let me ask you
mandatory
something.
mandatory
for
for
over a
like
year and a
2 years.
half.
Now he
Yeah.
was Earl's mandatory since
Okay, so he
2020.
didn't fight Earl. So this is what
Let's
I'm
be
saying. He
There was
didn't
no
fight
energy.
Earl.
That
What does
energy
that
for him
have
to
to
fight
do
Earl.
with what does that have to do with you though? That's just like you saying
Nah,
you
nah.
not fighting Charlo because he lost to Canelo. None of that got nothing to do with you, bro.
Two said the reason we bring it up is like you know what I'm saying. It's like because the same energy for Spence wasn't there. That's the only reason we bring it up.
Yes.
But that's
hold
because
on.
he was trying to get to Crawford.
And
Crawford
I
was
Crawford
is
is
wish.
is
trying to
Crawford was
rematch
the one
I
Spence.
everybody wanted to
wish.
see him fight.
I know, but he been Boots mandatory when Boots fought over in California outside, and then after Boots beat dude up, they got
He
into it
called him up.
outside. They got into it like outside the after the fight outside the ring like about like I want even Earl Spence said something like he talking about he gonna reel me in, he gonna catch something he don't want to catch. but
Right.
people never was like saying
What?
Earl Spence ducked Boots or why you
Nope.
won't fight Boots, but it seemed like soon Crawford inherit Spence's
But
mandatory
it's
by beating
because
Hold
him.
on,
they.
hold on, hold
But
on.
see, but wait, y'all double speaking, y'all Crawford fans, because the reason why they wasn't saying that, just to give my 2 cents, is because everybody wanted Spence and Crawford to fight. But
Right.
now everybody's like, we don't want to see the rematch. We don't want to see them fight no more. So they want to see him fight the next of who they perceive is the best. So
Eh,
why is it a problem that fans want to see who they perceive the best is? You're the best. They want to see you fight who they perceive the best is. It ain't got nothing to do with Spence.
I think it has a lot to do with Spence. It's like you beat up on
Mm-hmm.
Spence. Now I want to see you beat up on Boots because we think Boots
Nah,
can
hold
beat
on, hold
you.
on, hold on. Now let's
They,
That big
rewind.
brother mentality. I'm gonna give my
Let's
big brother
rewind.
now.
Let's rewind because during the fight, Boots said he want to fight the winner or the loser. That's what he said. During the fight, he tweeted that he would like to fight the winner or the loser. That's what he said. After the fight, um, your boy Crawford said he was going to give the man a rematch, and then he started bojangling so much and started talking about Canelo. And that's when everybody said, "Hey, why don't you go ahead and fight Boots?" You know what I'm
only
saying?
only
It
because
wasn't.
Joseph
No,
because
because had he said, you know what, I'm gonna give Earl his rematch, whoop de woo, and period, just like that. Nobody would even think about talking about Boots, but
I
he kept
understand.
going to all these different places. So people's like, why are you going all these different places? You already got a mandatory right here at 147.
I understand
He
what you're
got he
saying,
got
but I
several
feel like
mandatories though at 147.
Right. So why he talking about going all these other different places? You know what I'm
because
saying?
he realized that Earl Spence rematch didn't have the momentum like he thought, and the money that
Mm-hmm.
people was, you know what I mean. So he
Hold
like
on.
I'd rather get a bigger fight, a big name fight,
Hold
because
on.
the
Hold on.
momentum wasn't there for the Spence rematch.
First of all, well, I think that's one of the reasons why Spence ain't been talking. I think the Spence knows the longer he doesn't talk, it's easier to keep downplaying it, or whatever. And then you know what? We ain't seen a good fight in a long time. We ain't doing nothing else. He ain't got nowhere else to go. But once he speaks, or once he speaks on certain things, or do certain things we seen or whatever, then the more he'll do it, the more momentum it'll have. You know what I'm saying? So
What if he never
while
speaks though? We hoping. Me and you hoping the same thing. I
right,
hope Earl Spence
Exactly.
speak
right, right,
because
right, right.
if he doesn't speak, this nobody cares about this
Oh,
rematch.
right,
Really,
right. Right. I get that. But what I'm saying is Crawford is not doing the fight any favors. He's not doing the
What you
possibility
mean? He's the
for a
only
fight.
one talking.
yeah, he the one
He ain't
bringing
talking.
light to it.
No, who is Terrence Crawford? He was taking light
Yeah.
away from the fight. He was taking light
And
away from the fight.
and Joseph, that's what I said because I was like, I don't know why Crawford. First of all, he discredited his biggest win, talking about Spence ain't no Hall of Famer, and look how easy I beat him, and everybody else I fought was harder, basically. And then he want to backdoor and be like, oh, you lose one fight, and now everybody want to say you ain't a good fighter. So boom, he was discrediting his own fight, and then he started discrediting the rematch, trying to say he wants it at 147 when he knows nobody wants to see that at 147. Why
And
are
That
he
you
was
already,
doing that?
that
but
was
he
leverage though,
But
2 cents. That was
but
leverage for him, for Earl Spence to be like, well, I can't make 147, so he can try to petition for like a Canelo, a Charlo, a bigger fight. I think y'all missing a point. Bud is 36 years old. He only has one, two, maybe three fights, and he wants
so
them to
why?
be the biggest money
Payday,
fight.
payday. You want payday? I know that. Payday, payday. You want payday? I know that.
So if
$1
he's
he
36 years
got.
old, and if he decided to have this fight now at 35, that's no one else's business. He did it.
All he wanted
You
is a
know,
payday, and he not
you know
getting
what
no
I'm saying?
dang
He could
on
have had this
Canelo
fight
fight.
five years ago, right? So if
And
he's 35 years old
how?
now, that's on him.
But
You know what I'm
Earl
saying?
Spence said he was gonna take the easier route and fight other fighters.
Well,
To
listen, he may have said that or whatever, but
No,
could have
may have.
still
He
they could
did say it.
he said
listen
it.
to
He
me,
said
Hold
it.
on,
He
listen to me,
let
did.
me
listen to
answer
me.
Omega Red question. He said I watch boxing for fight. Wait, no, that's not it. Omega Red said, why do I say I think Bud shouldn't fight anyone? Why do y'all want to see him fight Boots? Me personally, I don't want to see him fight Boots per se, but I'm just saying if this is who people are perceived, just like how y'all say Floyd would do. people would perceive fighters to be whoever. He'll be like, all right, then I'll fight him. If he's perceived to be the best at the time, fight who's perceived to be the best at the time.
That's the
Like
same thing Roy Jones used to do all the time, no matter what.
I don't
Whoever.
understand.
But
I,
Floyd did this. Floyd, after he beat Pacquiao, he fought Andre Berto. An easy fight. Nobody wanted him to see and retired. And then he fought Conor McGregor.
Conor McGregor.
You know what I mean? So he was like, I already put my work in. My last fight, I'm not about to go out there and fight the next Keith Thurman
Crawford,
or something like that.
Boxing is the only sport where the better you get, the easier competition you're supposed to be allowed to fight. It doesn't make sense.
But the thing is, this guy could have he entered the what you call it in what WBO, right? Crawford, right? He could have entered the division in the WBC or something else, so he could be I could put the man when you're a boxer and you move up in weight and you pretty much have to compete or whatever, you sign to say which division you're going to compete in or whatever. Yeah. You didn't know that? You didn't know that? You don't just start fighting and then you get ranked. No, you pretty much register to say, well, you're fighting for a particular division.
You could get ranked in all three divisions. I'm not. You don't.
Right. But what you call? He came into WBO.
No, he fought for the WBO belt because the WBO rules. You know, for their super champions in a low weight class, they're automatically entitled to challenge for the.
You could be ranked number 1 in 3 divisions and not ranked at all in another division.
Yeah, but that's got nothing to do with your.
No, what I'm saying is you are pretty much like enter a division as a particular participant in a division when you move up or whatever.
You trying to say he should have petitioned the WBC to challenge the champ?
All right, let's put it this way. I know Bomac said we got into WBO because we knew we would not have to be. He's talking about his team. He's talking about Terrence Crawford. He would not have to worry about being a mandatory for any of Spence's belts.
No, I
think
bro, you got
he said that.
Yeah,
no,
Bomac said that. No, he said that in the podcast. What you talking about?
So when
we watched that podcast, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
okay.
So Crawford, when he won, we was undisputed at 140. He petitioned for the WBO so he can fight Jeff Horn, which was under top rank, under the same umbrella, top rank. That's why he went after that belt, because he knew that was the fight that was easier to make. If he went after the WBO, the WBA, the IBF, that was on PBC side, and that would have been a hard fight to even make with Al Heyman and Bob Arum. You know that fight wasn't gonna never happen.
It still almost didn't happen. It still almost didn't happen because
because of politics.
It only because once that dude started dealing with BLK Prime.
What?
And all those shenanigans
last year.
No, listen to me. What I'm saying, man. Hold on. I'm gonna go ahead and put something in the link with this dude was all that stuff that man was talking.
You saying a whole lot of nothing.
Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna let you hear it from his mouth, from Terrence Crawford's mouth. Let me go into my favorites.
Yeah, so like he would have never got no fight with nobody with a belt from PBC side coming into the welterweight division. He went after the belt that was more logical to go after the WBO, which was Pacquiao and Jeff Horn. He was whoever won that belt, that's who he was going to petition for. And I feel like Bob Arum cheated because Pacquiao clearly won that fight against Jeff Horn, but they gave it to Jeff Horn, and they let Terrence Crawford get in there and get that belt because Pacquiao really didn't never want to fight Terrence Crawford. And
I don't think Bob
is
wanted to put him in there with Terrence. He wanted to get for whatever reason.
He
So
told
the
him to his
W,
face why he was leaving. Like, he looked him in his face like, why you leaving top rank? Why this your last fight? He says, because Bob couldn't give me the Pacquiao fight like he promised.
he
But I
said you
heard
couldn't give me
Spence
the
walk
Spence
away
fight.
from it.
They was trying to lowball him. They gave him a
Nah,
bullshit.
it's because of the money. Pacquiao was supposed to secure on like the money from some Saudi investors or whatnot. Bob was about to put that money up, and the money never cleared, so the fight fell through. And then Pacquiao ended up signing with the PBC, and the rest is history.
Yeah, that's right. The Terrence Crawford and Errol Spence, that fight only happened because Terrence Crawford had to go on that side to make that fight happen. As long as he was with Bob Arum, that fight would have never happened.
It
Yeah,
seemed like he shouldn't have been with Bob. That was a bad career move. He definitely should have left when he got the chance. Miss Knockout Boxing 86 TV. What's going on?
yeah, we
Bud
can't
said he
say.
doesn't care what nobody think. He's with Victor until death do us part.
Yeah, so like I don't know who. Like honestly, I've been thinking about it. Like who can Bud fight outside of the Earl Spence rematch, and if you're not trying to fight Boots, like
Nobody.
I don't really know who he can fight. Like honestly,
And so does it seem like, and I know this y'all guy. I know this y'all guy. Don't it seem like he don't want to fight nobody for real? Or am I tripping?
he
Nah,
want to
he
fight.
gonna
Like
fight. He gonna fight.
because
He gonna
the
fight.
rhetoric is he want big fights, he want big
He
money
old.
fights. But all of the fights that could offer him some decent money, he said he don't want to fight the Keith Thurmans. He don't want to fight the Charlo. He off his hit list. You get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
those are decent fights. Yeah,
But he
those
And
said
are
he
decent.
will though. Since he
Damn,
but
man.
the
said that his last interview, he said like, I ain't gonna take that fight off the table. Like,
he already took it
For
off the
Charlo.
man. I ain't finna play with Crawford.
For
but he
Charlo.
said it
Man,
about Earl
but
Spence.
hold on. What about Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, and those
Man,
cats?
don't make big fights, man.
They
Yeah,
ain't
Who wants
big.
to see Keith
Hold on,
y'all
hold
Thurman?
on.
missing a listen. There are big fights for us. We love boxing. We watch boxing for
Ain't
the
even a big
for
fight
the
for me.
yeah for the fans for a person that don't really watch boxing and they don't know no Keith Thurman. They don't know these people.
They
We
know Keith Thurman. What is you talking about? Keith
a
Thurman got a
cash
huge following. He got an AD
Yeah.
type following.
a casual fan do not
Nah.
a casual fan does not a UFC fan does not know Keith Thurman. They do not
Listen,
know Boots.
y'all tripping. You talking about Crawford? He don't got just no fan base like that. He beat Spence cool, but that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean you a star
I,
now. That don't mean you got all this
But,
following and
but
this
I think
backing. That doesn't mean that.
he don't have the backing, but he is known now. He is
Yes, that's
known now by more people. Is he like
was he
does he
Floyd
have
Mayweather?
does he have what it takes to say, you know what, like y'all, how many fights you think he got in him left, um
Two.
D35?
I
How
say
many fights?
two.
He
I say
he
Two?
two,
got two
maybe
more
three,
fights with
depending
Spence
on the
because it's
money.
gonna be a
Oh
trilogy.
well, that's on him. That's on him then. You know what I'm saying? Because he shouldn't have waited so late then. You know what I'm saying?
See,
He made the big money, so now he's like in the situation he put himself in. You know what I'm saying? If he only got two more fights, you're right. He wants fights that exceeds the level or at least equal the level of the last fight. You know what I'm
yes,
saying? But that's on him. Because he never had to fight David Avanesha. He never
what
had to
you
fight
mean?
him.
That was a quick
He didn't have to
6
fight
figures.
him.
Why not?
I said he didn't have to. I didn't say he could. I'm saying
Wow.
he could have made that same money and more with Spence.
Didn't he already do that though? Was not like double
That's
dipping?
so okay.
Wasn't
So
that
so he
like
has
double
two. So
dipping?
he has two. Okay, your Terrence Crawford's manager or whatever.
Nah,
Who
nah.
who 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 who
I'm
who
just
you who
speaking
you want
logic.
who you want him to fight, and how do you propose him um getting the fanfare or the attention to the point whereas not where it would get to the point where he can make as much money as he made with Spence with that particular fighter and or more. How is he gonna do it?
I think he should fight Danny Garcia at 154 after he fights Spence. Somebody like that with a nice following. He get acclimated to the 147, then go out to a Charlo. That's what I think. Like, or he stay at 147, fight Keith Thurman and fight Boots. Like, fight Keith
That's three
Thurman,
fights. That's three fights because you got Spence did. So that
Spence,
fight, he's
Keith
not.
Thurman.
He already don't want to fight that fight, but he going to. And
But I'm just
then,
saying, but check me out though. If he fight Boots, I mean if he fight Earl Spence in a rematch, go fight Keith Thurman. Have everybody thinking that he's scared to fight Boots and fight Boots at the end. Like but Boots has to fight somebody. Boots has to build his resume up. That IBF
Who
belt.
do y'all
that's true.
want him to fight? That's what I'm
Boots,
saying. Who can Boots fight to prove that he's quote unquote? Hold on, before I ask that, let me read this real quick. Broken Dangerous say if Spence would have won and stayed at 147, everybody would have been yelling for him to fight Boots, and that's the truth.
But
And that's why I
that's what
keep
he even
trying
No,
to
said.
y'all
say
wouldn't.
this
But
is
No,
that's what
not
he
y'all
was
a
saying.
wouldn't. They're
But
gonna be
that's
like,
what
he
he
ain't got
was.
nothing else to prove. He's draining himself. Don't kill yourself,
yes.
Spence.
Hold
Don't
on,
kill yourself,
no,
Spence.
heck
Go to
no.
Spence said,
154.
hold on. Spence said that himself though.
Yeah.
Spence said they asked him, do you have any interest in fighting Boots? He said, if it makes sense, I'll fight him. That's exactly what he said. He said, if it
If
makes
it
sense,
makes
I'll
sense.
fight him.
That's
Yeah, he
exactly
said
what he
that,
said. If the money right, if the money right,
If the
and
money
don't say
right.
he said that because
but
Spence don't go back on his word and what he say.
I
That's
Okay,
understand that.
right.
But
and
he
Buzz saying
had
the same thing. If the money right, he'll fight Boots too.
Nah. He said
No.
he ain't say that. He's making it seem like that. He's making it seem he's not
so
saying that at all.
how is that, Joseph? So if Spence say
He can
if
read
the
his
money
mind.
Spence
right,
said,
hold on.
Spence, but he's
Spence
saying
say
that Spence saying that before his fight, and like Two Cent said, he don't go back on anything he says. You know what I'm saying? So that tells you right there, all Jerron Ennis got to do is press the issue. You know what I'm saying?
To be
And
fair, I never heard Spence say he'll fight Boots, but
he
I
said
could
if
be
it
I
makes
have.
wrong.
sense, he did say that. He said that right up. He said that right
He
after.
said if the money
He
right. I've heard him say it twice.
yeah, he
he
said
said
that. He said
he,
that when
Okay.
they when Boots had that fight, they asked him
with
to
Villa.
draft. And
Really?
but the thing is, if Spence said if the money right, I'll fight him. But when Bud say that's not a big enough fight yet, that's not a big enough fight. That's basically saying if the money right, if Boots brings something more than the table than
But
his
he's
talent,
but he's
then he will
also
fight
saying
him.
but he's also saying that he's not good. He's not up. He's like even putting the bam. He's just putting them down. He's just trying to even discredit his wins.
No,
He could build it up. He could build it up.
I know
He's
he
Never
could
telling the
said
build it up,
truth
but
though.
he's
he
never
gave Boots.
said he never. No, what I'm saying is the way you build up a fight, you got to step back and say, you look damn. You know what? That's a tough fight right there. That's a tough. I'll take it. I'll take it. But that is a tough fight. But we could talk.
I
But
know, but
that's
but
that he doesn't know how to make something sound tantalizing at all. You know what I'm saying?
I
He
know.
depend on you guys to do that.
I know,
You know what
but
I'm
Boots hasn't
saying?
even fought anybody that even fought for a world title. You see how bad you get what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like that what makes it hard to see. Like Boots, all of his opponents have never even fought for a world title or uh or anything.
Okay, we're gonna take
But
Boots out the picture.
so
Hold on.
you legitimately think he's having a hard time finding opponents, or do you think he's trying to manufacture his career?
I
No,
think it's a little bit of both.
so your promoters manufacture your career so they can promote you. They trying to put out the best product out there. So they go match you up with opponents to bring out your best talents. That's why he in the ring playing around, slowing
Hmm.
down, matrix, spinning, doing all this. So he trying to get all this attention. He trying to build his fan base up, which you supposed to. But like right now, I feel like he
All right.
just skipping the line to the top of the class. Like I think he need to fight a Keith Thurman, a Staniolis,
So what's the
Virgil
difference
OG.
He
between
wants
that
all of them
and
though.
Crawford trying to go fight Canelo at 168? That's the same concept we talking about.
Nah,
No,
one
the concept
Crawford's
is
actually established.
he is undisputed in two different weight classes, a world champion in three different weight classes, undefeated, 31 fights out of 40 knockouts, like or
Yeah,
TKOs, like
yeah. And again,
with
And
them
and
Canelo
again,
can
gloves.
say, who
and
did he
and
fight?
Who?
and he fought. He only person on his resume of any whatever is Spence. Then the rematch is coming, and it's odd how some people think for some reason it's going to be the exact same way or worse. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we've had a lot of rematches out here that are totally different. We just brought up Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran. You know what I'm saying? The Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hearns. Those were rematch fights. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but
And
Sugar
y'all
Ray
just
didn't
heard
get
him
beat
come out
like
and
that.
say, y'all just
Again,
heard the
hold on.
information come out and say he had a broke rib. So already off the
Hold on.
rip, that
Oh,
fight
He
not
just
gonna
said
look the same.
He said that.
you just
I
said
think nah, he didn't say
he
that.
just said Sugar
Somebody
Ray. You said Sugar Ray
sources
didn't
said
get beat
that.
like that. You said
Hell
none
no.
of those
Durant
fights.
didn't beat Sugar Ray like Spencer got
No,
beat.
right. But guess what? Terrence Crawford never beat nobody like that either, right? Other than
When you
that,
talking about when you talking about like recovering from a
Hold on.
beating and to come
So he
back
don't.
and
Yes, he
win.
has.
So
Yes, he
hold
has.
on. Who was
He
he beating like
has.
that? Who was he beating like that?
He beat what's his name? At 140 that was talking all that
Walter
smack.
Posto.
Who?
Oh,
You
like
talking?
Hank Lundy. Hank Lundy.
Hank
He
Lundy.
Hunk
Hank
Lund-
Lundy.
he ain't beat him like that. No, he didn't.
Yes,
No, he
he
Bro,
didn't.
did. He beat the
he
mess out of
beat
Hank
that
Lundy.
man through the ropes and then
He,
stood
Yeah.
no,
over
no.
him and
I'm
sucked his
talking
tongue
about.
over him.
Look.
And Hank Lundy say did he pull Hank Lundy up?
No, I
Mm,
don't know,
all
but
right.
I know when he fought Hank Lundy, he didn't have that type of power like that at all. You
Go.
What you
wasn't seeing his
mean?
face all up. His face
Go
all
Yes,
watch
he
swollen.
that fight
did.
again.
I'm watching it
Go
Go
watch
now.
watch.
that
I'm
fight
watching it
again.
now. I'm
Watching that
watching it
man,
right now.
watch the highlights of it, man. He beat
I'm,
Hank Lundy ass. I mean, I ain't mean to cuss my bad, but he crushed him. The referee had to stop that fight. He beat Victor Postol.
again, what I'm saying is he ain't beat him like that. But all I'm
What you
saying is
mean?
Gamboa.
you. All I'm saying is
Crawford is the only fighter that could stop most of his opponents, but everybody said, nah, he ain't really beat him like that. He just stopped him. You understand the logic in saying that?
I've never. All I can say is a lot of fighters that he's fought. I know he didn't have to fight David Avenesian,
Okay, you
right?
keep bringing that. What's that
So
got to do
so
with
so
That
he
anything?
money,
picked so he picked
man.
so he picked that fight, right? He
Yeah,
handpicked David Avenesian, right?
quick
So how
money.
do you know? So he's still in that situation where it's, well, I'm gonna have a tune-up fight with a nobody,
Uh huh.
somebody nobody knows. You know what I'm saying? He's not getting in there with people that are ranked highly, and then so we can really see. You know what I'm
So you
saying?
don't
How he
really
did.
rank Spence highly then, because you got in there with Spence
He
and
got it. He
beat him
got he
bad.
got in there with Spence. Yeah, he beat him real bad. But what I'm
Nah, he
saying
beat the
is,
guy that beat everybody then.
look, listen to him. He beat him real bad. But again, with the cloud of things up around with the dude, you know what I'm saying? And you can't deny that. You
I ain't
can't
gonna
deny
deny. I don't
you
want
can't
to. Like
deny
I
anything
said,
about
I'm
you
gonna
can't
deny
deny anything
everything
about.
you said unless you get proof.
Hold on. You just like you can't deny anything about the Avenesian fight. So if you're gonna cheat, and I've always said, and I
Lead. That's a
keep saying,
money fight, man. You keep bringing
listen
up
to me,
David Allen.
listen to me. What I'm saying is it makes common sense though. If you're gonna cheat in the Avenesian fight, what makes you think a person he wouldn't cheat against Spence?
I mean, he didn't
That's
cheat.
just
He,
common
he didn't
sense.
cheat against
That's
that
common
Venetian fight.
sense.
Okay.
So let's
That's
just.
common sense. That's common sense, man. That's common sense right there. That's common
Okay,
sense.
so let's break down this. Okay, out of Earl Spence 3 championship fights, what has Ugas done at the welterweight division? He got 5 losses. Um, Only person he beat was an old man Pacquiao. So,
That's it.
and he has no power. Then you go to Danny Garcia at 147. Only person he
Nobody.
beat was Polly. He beat Polly. He beat an old man Zab Judah, which gave him a run for his money.
Oh, I agree that Danny Garcia um should not have been in there with Spence. But you talking about Spence? That's his first fight
But even with all
out of
you
getting out of a
saying,
car accident.
these fighters were perceived to be a certain thing, right?
Yeah,
So
for the casual
whether
fans,
Perception
though,
is
True
one
Set.
thing, though.
For the
So
casual fans that
what was
don't really
David
know
Avenetia
boxing,
perceived as? But dude, who knows David Avenetia?
He's ranked number
I
5
agree
in the
with you.
Who
WBO.
knows
Hey,
him though? Who knows him though?
Lee,
Compared to Danny Garcia, who knows him?
I understand that. Listen, we go
Okay.
leave David out of Avenesia where he at. He was just somebody for
All
some
right, Mean
money.
Danny
Machine.
got
You can't
Danny
even
got
pronounce
name
Mean Machine
recognition.
last name. You can't
I
even
mean,
pronounce
he's a
Mean
former
Machine
Olympian.
name.
So
You can't even pronounce Mean Machine name.
I think
um,
Me Machine beats Danny.
and he was his mandatory. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was his mandatory. It wasn't like he was trying to run from it. And he was a big dude, and I think
Man,
that
I can't
helped
wait
his
till the
that was
game.
a
rematch, man.
voluntary mandatory, bro. It was not his mandatory.
That
I
was
mean,
it. He was the
that
number
was his
one at the
mandatory. You had to
WBO.
fight him or drop the belt.
They pulled that man from another fight he was having and messed up that whole card. Like, I
No,
think
that
You
they
was
talking
might have
about
been
David.
getting
Amnesia?
sued for
That
You
that.
was
talking about Me
David.
Machine? We're
That
talking
was
about
David.
Me Machine.
Oh, you talking about? Oh, I'm talking about David. My bad.
Yeah. Mean Machine. Mean
You
Machine
see
was
what
his
Cash
mentor.
Crypto said? Cash Crypto just said Avenetia was ranked 12. They moved him up so he could fight Bud. So
Yeah,
come on, man. Come on,
That's
I
what.
ain't
man.
heard
But
nothing of that sort.
look. I get it. He beat Spence, so now he deserves any and everything he asked for, right?
No, he already got all his credit.
No, what I'm saying, he deserves anything
He's
and everything
already
he asked
undisputed
for.
prior to being
What
Spence.
we're talking about what he asked for. Anything
I'm
he asked
thinking
for, he should get.
yesterday's prices, not today's prices, Joseph. That's why I think Crawford at. He really think like I got a couple fights.
I think
I'm
y'all
just
overvaluing Crawford for real. I like
no.
Crawford. Don't get me wrong. He's a good fighter. He's a decent fighter, but he's overvaluing himself.
But can you really say that though? 2 Cent. Look
Yeah,
what he did. Yep. See, okay, we bring up the Avenesian fight, right? That Avenesian fight gave him leverage. Would you say it did or didn't?
I
It
would
didn't.
say
How would
it
it?
hurt him
It hurt
more than
him.
it helped him because
Hold
he
on, hold
didn't
on.
sell nothing.
How did it hurt him if he actually, in the second negotiation, he was able to get way more
Hold
than the
on. He
first
only get
negotiation?
no.
But this
Hold
is
on.
let me
Hold on.
okay, Dark Crawford. Listen, this is my 2 cents. This is why I believe he got way more. In the first
Hmm?
negotiations, from my understanding, I know y'all not gonna agree. He was offered guarantees and stuff in the beginning, but he kept stalling and stalling and stalling, so things had to change until the fight started getting so close. They was like, okay, well, we can't guarantee y'all nothing. We're gonna have to do it on the back end. And to put that in perspective, that went for him and Spence. Neither one of
Hmm.
them was going to get a guarantee, right? Spence was
Right.
cool with it. Crawford agreed to everything. Then he said, "Oh, we wasn't getting no guarantee. You been knew you wasn't gonna get no guarantee." It's like he playing and y'all not seeing through the BS that he's
It's
doing.
like if he in my opinion, I know he was getting old and he wanted money and all this other stuff, but he been boxing since he was a youngin, and now all of a sudden he wants to be this businessman that understands
What's
all
wrong
this
with
and that.
that?
There's nothing wrong. What I'm saying is now you want to do that when it's like
Yes.
you're late in your career. You know what I'm saying?
And some people never get to do it
Listen
at
to me.
all.
You've never seen if you go to Terrence Crawford's site and you look at a lot of his handlers, they're not no dummies and stuff like that. They know about business and the boxing business and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People only think about Bob Arum. When you go to that site, you see all the different cats that are part of his team or whatever, and not just the boxing
Mm.
team, just regular stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just that he has a I don't trust nothing mentality.
Which is
I don't know
it's a
whether
good thing.
I don't know whether or not he's been beat, disrespected, or carried a lot financially or whatever. I just see
But
him
y'all just
as
not
someone.
understanding how like all
I
of a
think it's
sudden
a
now you
learning
deserve all this
curve, man.
money.
He's
What I'm
learning.
Why
saying is
did why wasn't you worth all this when you was at top rank? Why you weren't acting
my
like this
thing
with Bob?
all he
Because
had to do
Because he got it. He was
all
getting a
Spence had to do
guarantee from Bob,
was
and
Spence could have just walked away from the whole thing. The whole
and he
thing.
should
Because
have.
it was taking so long, he could have walked away from the whole thing. And
And
it's almost like what Crawford is doing now, but he doesn't. But like y'all said, he only got but a couple fights. You know what I'm saying?
so you want him
And
to
now,
fight. You want him to
no, what I'm
fight these
saying, what I'm
young,
saying,
hungry
is,
lions for some little bit of money.
no,
That's
I want him. I want him
just
to fight.
to
I want to
appease
fight.
him.
I
It's
want
like,
him to fight.
yeah, I hope Boots beat him.
If, I want him
But
to fight.
D35, you talking
David
about 20, 30
Benavidez or
million to fight. He not about to get that, bro. He hasn't. That's just like Shakur doing the same thing. Like
well,
coming up and then all of a sudden you demanding all of this money.
they.
Why? When you
well,
haven't built a fan base for that.
well, two
If he
cent.
fight, if he
I
I'm
fight
want to
basing
fight
Canelo,
this
he
off of
getting that.
Benavidez.
I'm basing this off his camp, Bernie the boxer. He said that y'all want him to fight Boots. He will fight Boots, but he has to play into his ego, and he don't want a $7 million fight. He wants the 20s and 30s. He feel like he deserved it. He on his way out the door. That's what I'm.
What do the
Why don't he just
numbers
quit?
say? This is business. You're not about to get what you feel like you deserve. Just like Darth Crawford say, you either finna get what these numbers say or you're gonna get what you can negotiate. Just because you feel like you deserve $30 million for what reason? I don't know why Bud would even feel like that. Bruh, why do you feel like you deserve a $30 million fight? You not know
You
Mayweather, you not know none
I
of that.
you
I think
still
he
got to
knows he
put
can
your
get
number
that
out there. You
if he
got to put
fights
your number out
Canelo.
there.
I know y'all think he can't get the fight, but If you actually
He's
fight
not
Canelo,
fighting
he's getting a.
Canelo. Okay, Darth, tell me in your mind, why would Canelo entertain a fight with Terrence Crawford?
I mean, if the money's right and the condition is right, I think
There's
Canelo
no
would.
money right for Listen, I can fight anybody. There's no money right to fight Crawford, so
Or
that's
maybe
that's my reason.
If Al Haym
Yeah,
dropped his nuts, it's like, yo, you gonna fight this
I don't
man?
think he would. I don't think he would fight Boots for 20 million.
I
What?
understand that, but
I
is it
wouldn't.
wrong for him to
No.
even?
He will. I think he'll fight
I don't
Boots for
think he
even
would. I don't think he
less than
would.
that.
I don't think he would. I don't think he would.
It's
But
an
y'all
easy
act like
fight
it's
for him.
wrong to put his name.
He'll probably be asking, well, where's this? Man, he probably the negotiation will still be some raggedy
I
before
know,
you
but
know
is it wrong? Is
it.
it wrong for Crawford to even try to get a Canelo fight like that? Y'all act like that's a bad idea. Like if I'm
It
looking at
is because it
for his
doesn't
money,
If
make
you think
sense.
he can get it,
D35. It's like
for
you
his money,
trolling. It's like you
before,
trolling.
but no, I'm
if
talking
he,
about
if he
before it's money. Yeah, I'm gonna put my name. It's like if I'm a local artist and I got a little buzz. Hey, I want to go on tour with Jay-Z. I
But you
might
know it
not
ain't
get it.
happening. You know it ain't happening.
But I'm saying it, but it's not wrong to even throw it out there. It got Canelo talking about it. You
oh
get what I'm
yeah,
saying?
I think he can say it and probably even mean it. If that's how if that's but don't say it if it ain't in your heart. He says a lot of things that ain't in his heart, man. He's been doing it for a long time.
And D35, check this out. They didn't start saying they would fight Boots. Think about it. Throughout this whole time, he been saying he ain't gonna fight Boots. He ain't gonna fight Boots. And then you got Bernie the Bozo hop on live, and now all of a sudden they gonna fight Boots after the IBF to strip the belt. If you was saying that before, you probably wouldn't have got stripped. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, why now all of a sudden you gonna fight him?
So you agree
But
with
it's
IBF?
not. So I don't like that narrative that like a lot of people starting to say, okay, yeah, he's been saying he's not gonna fight Boots, he's not gonna do this, but
Who
wasn't
he gonna
Spence
fight,
telling
man?
everybody? Spence was telling everybody within earreach, like, only one person I want to fight at 147 is Bud Crawford. Even after he was Boots mandatory. He's
As he
telling IBF, I'm not fighting Boots. He basically told him, I'm not fighting Boots. I'm only fighting Bud, and then
and
I'm
what did the
moving up to
IBF do?
But
154.
but
But
but Dark
what did the
Crawford, you're
IBF do?
missing the reason. I'm not fighting Boots because I'm focused on Crawford. It's
And
No,
a
he said
Crawford is
he,
completely
another
he
person
different
doesn't
that's at
want. He said he's
situation.
147.
moving
And
up. He said he was
but,
moving up after he fights Crawford.
but he's
He
also
did
said,
exactly that.
but
So
right,
you don't think he should move up? He can't make the weight, bro.
I'm not
But
saying that,
Crawford is at
That
Crawford is
why didn't
147 pounds. He's a
but my
147 pounder.
I brought
that's
Rich
that up
Sims,
because
what's up? Salute.
I keep hearing like IBF stripped Bud because they kept hearing Bud saying that
Look,
he's not gonna fight Boots.
all
Look,
they did was oh look, but at the end of the day, all they did was save Bud money, right? At the end of the day, right? And that's what we all talking about too. How he wants all this money, but the IBF just saved him some money.
I'm
So
not gonna say. I mean,
they
maybe
saved him some money. They
I
saved him
don't
I
know
some
mean,
what
money.
he
he's
Don't
got
thinking.
stripped. He got stripped of the IBF belt at 140, I believe, right?
147.
147. So
Yeah.
no, he got stripped of it before when he was undisputed.
No, he gave
no,
up
he's
all
never
his
been stripped.
belts.
He's never been stripped until
Yeah,
now.
yeah. They
Yeah.
stripped him 2 months after this fight. That was bogus. You get
That's
what I'm
not
saying?
well. It wasn't 2 months, but I get what you're saying. It still
Listen,
was pretty
listen.
soon. Pretty.
If y'all being for real, if the IBF knew they was gonna make money with Crawford having that belt, he would have still had it, and that's the bottom line.
So then we should be happy. The fight's gonna be at 154.
Yeah, absolutely.
There we go. Flat
We
I
money.
think
should be
all this
happy.
shit he got strip talk is really pointless because he knew he was gonna get stripped. I don't think he had no intentions on fighting at 147, and he just trying to keep us talking. Like he
Yeah, I
should have been
mean,
like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like he done with the division.
at the end of the day, man, it's like you know how all of us have been accused of something we've done, haven't done that we've been accused of things we haven't done before at a young age, and we
Hey,
overreact
y'all
or
punch
whatever.
that like button. Punch that like button.
But as we get older, we're used to it, and we understand. You know, sometimes it's gonna happen. We don't have to get upset or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but he's done the same thing. You know what I'm saying? He's accused Spence of a lot of things that wasn't true. You know what I'm saying? He's done it.
Like what? What do you accuse Spence of?
He says Spence didn't want to fight. He's even said that he didn't want to fight.
That's
You know
true
what I'm
though.
saying?
He came to him and asked him,
Spence told him to his face. He's like, yo, you're not part of the plan. Al said you're not part of the plan. Didn't
Oh
Spence
my
not say
God.
that to him? Did Spence not say that to him?
Oh my God. I'm talking about
No,
once
no,
he
no.
got him at
I just
147.
did
Once
Spence
he
say
got
that to? Yeah,
147. Once he got
147. Yes,
147. Once he got
yes.
147, he was talking like he didn't even want to fight. Oh, I don't need to. I'm already all this other stuff. You know what I'm
Those are
saying?
facts.
but Joseph,
Those are facts. But when would you,
Joseph,
if somebody keep telling you, you know what I'm saying, you're on the wrong side of the street, you're not part of the plan. At some point, you know what I'm saying, frustration gonna
Nobody
get to
kept
you. You're gonna
telling
be like,
him that,
you
bro.
saying he was
Stop it.
frustrated?
He
yeah,
was not
not getting a
frustrated.
fight.
I
Man,
don't
if he
get
was
how y'all
so
don't see
frustrated, he
that.
would have
Like,
never fought David Amnesia. If he was really frustrated, he would have never fought David Amnesia.
I
And it
know,
wouldn't
But
have
he
I
been that
know,
did.
hard to
He,
What
make
he
that
but
did,
fight.
really,
he still fought
what I'm
Spence after
saying
he
is,
fought David
would you,
Amnesia. Why would
let
you
me ask you
forget
something?
that?
Were you
Bud been
frustrated?
calling out
Were you,
Spence for
were you,
forever.
were you
Bud have called
frustrated?
him out. Only time Spence have called out Bud is when he beat Ugas. That's the
Ugas.
only
When
time
he
he said
got
he.
all the belts and
But
said he was
All
gonna
right.
fight. That's exactly
but
what he
listen
said he
to
was gonna
sense.
do.
But
So
before
that's why I
that,
can't understand how y'all say it was Bud that was Bud made
I,
him wait then all
I know,
5
but
years.
Bud been
I can't
trying to.
have it.
Yeah, he
Hugh
been
Brown
trying to
said
fight
Earl
him.
never
He
said
been.
that.
I know, but Bud
You know,
been calling out Spence since he got in the division. He said
He
was
hasn't been
if
calling out Spence. He's been using his name to sell fights. It's two different things.
okay, he pushed down on him face to face and said when we go fight. He said
pushed on
I'm a
him where he didn't do
huh?
it after the Garcia fight. He just left the what you call it.
He did it.
And he ain't never. Where he
Joseph
do it
he
at?
He did that
Joseph
before the Garcia fight.
he did it
Where
before
at?
the
At Maurice
Joseph.
Hooker's fight. You know that infamous video where they bumped into each other at Maurice Hooker's fight?
In Oklahoma, where when Spence went dead though, right? It was
No,
a fight. Was
Spence.
it a fight?
They was together
That
in
was
the
their
back
But
boys.
Spence
stage.
was there by himself, right? I ain't see nobody else with him.
No, he was there with his
He was doing his
entourage.
peoples here.
Who's the entourage? I ain't see really. We may have one person, maybe two people. I saw a whole lot of people there with Crawford.
What was that got to do with anything? I'm confused now.
I
What you
no,
mean?
I'm just saying. You make it seem um like he went looking for him or something. It looked like more so like Spence
He
went
said
there looking for him.
no. Bud FaceTime Earl Spence and he told him, he said, I FaceTime you while you answer. He said, I don't know your number. And he said, what's up when we go fight? He said, why wouldn't I take the easier fight and fight Sean Porter and this fighter? And he was like, you a smart man. And he's like, I'm gonna stop you, you gonna stop me. But prior to that, Bud been calling Spence out, calling out all the top
That's
heavyweights. He
not.
never
Listen to me. Listen to me. They've been talking all this time, all about that for a long time, even before. And what has Spence always said? Spence just look. He
no, he
just
said
nod his head to
nothing,
the
Joseph.
side. He's nod his head to the side and always say, you know what? Because a lot of times people would try to bait these fighters to say something disrespectful about the next person or whatever, because everybody has their favorite or woo woo all this other. But Earl has always been the one that always kept it respectful. You say he said no. Terrence. He always said Terrence Crawford is a hell of a fighter. Terrence Crawford is a hell of a fighter. And then
I
people start
understand
egging.
that.
Hold on. That people start egging on, and then you say, well, who is he for? You know what I'm saying? Why all the talking when you know good and well, one, he's at a lower division. The fight ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna be the next fight. You know what I'm saying? And
They've
secondly,
been in the same division for 5 years.
But
why, man, y'all see y'all been how can I put it? In my opinion, because Terrence Crawford did win, it validated something for y'all as far as the win. But for real, prior to that,
I always
if
knew he was
hold on a
going to
second,
beat Spence.
but
hold on.
Well, I ain't going to say always.
hold on, let me
If
go
he
after
had
you, Joseph, real fast.
if he had Bud's mentality, the fight would have never happened.
Uh,
That's what
so
y'all
so
need to
Joseph,
understand. Not forget the skills, forget the fighting. Let's deal with mentality. If he had Bud's mentality, the fight would have never happened.
but Joseph, we're talking about
We're
prior
talking
to
about a person's mentality when they say
but hold on,
something
hold
do.
on, Joseph, hold on.
What
We're talking
mentality? When he
about
told him I'd rather fight Mikey Garcia
Oh my
and Sean Porter
gosh.
All
instead of
right,
you?
Oh my
y'all wrap.
God.
Let's wrap it up. Get our final points in. I was only supposed to be here an hour. I've been on here 2 hours and 20 minutes.
so
Go
let me
ahead,
just
y'all
say
Putting in
this.
finish
that
it up.
work.
So prior to them ever fighting, Bud has called out Spence and the top guys at 147 numerous times. Earl Spence have never said nothing until he beat Ugas. That's the first time he said out his mouth publicly that he wanted to fight him. When
Do you
Bud
know
pushed,
why? Do you know why?
but hold
He
on,
was
but
And
asked. He
that's
was
not the
asked.
first time publicly he said he wants to fight him though. But do
but
you know
when
why? Because he said, I'm going to collect all the belts on my side because those fights will be easier to
that
make.
Mm-hmm.
But
that
he also,
justifies.
but
Hold
when
on, that
But
asked,
who
when
justifies.
asked, he
prolonged the
never
fight
said he
then?
wouldn't fight him.
Hold on,
When
that
asked,
justifies the point that we're trying to make. That Bud tried to
Exactly.
push for the
I
fight,
can't wait till the
and he said,
rematch.
"Hold on." He tried to make the fight or try to like push for the fight, and Earl Spence said, "No, I'm going to do this first." So he prolonged the fight because he wanted to
Exactly.
collect all the belts. Do y'all understand that?
Exactly.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying that he was
Because
scared to
why
fight Bud,
would we have made $30 million if I fought you earlier?
but that's not the point. I'm saying like what took the fight. But people keep trying to say that Bud waited 5 years. He could have been fighting. No, he couldn't have because he tried to make the
Yeah,
fight.
they
He
be
went
trying to
to
have it
him.
both ways.
No, I think after the Ugas fight, and he said, like you said, he could have fought him next. He could have fought him right after that, right?
That's he
Yo,
did.
I got a
No,
you know
didn't he fought Avanesha after that?
you know
He
what
could
a
have, but he
Spence
could
could
have.
have did?
No,
Now it's
Ugas.
what Spence could have done. Now
No,
it's
I'm
what
just
Spence could
saying
have
because
done.
Bud got his tune up. Spence could have fought Boots
No, hold on,
for his tune up.
And that's why
How did he
Crawford
do
was
that?
trying to set him
Now you
up. And that's
lying.
what y'all don't realize.
Now you
That's what
lying.
y'all
Now
don't
you lying.
realize.
Oh, that was his man though.
You
He could
said
have
you
fought
Let
his
me
said
tell
man
you how
you
it was
too.
said
set
you
up.
said Spence
How was
said
that a
after I
setup?
get these belts, then I'm gonna fight Crawford. Crawford and he got the belt and he said I want to fight Crawford next. Crawford didn't have to fight Avanesha. He could have fought Spence. But why would he go to Avanesha? If it's
Hey,
really if it was
Joseph, you got one thing with this Ebenezer. We have no
Exactly.
justification with him. He was a
no
money
no no
grab.
no 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 I ain't even talking about the gloves. I'm talking about about Bud choosing to fight him in the first place when he could have fought Spence.
I'm
Got a
telling you
quick 10
this:
million.
the
Man, 10
fight,
nothing. He didn't get no 10 million for that fight.
the
That's
fight.
all
Alright.
cap.
But
Okay.
That's
Joseph, the
all
fight
cap.
didn't happen. The fight didn't
He
happen
got
with
some
Earl
millions.
Spence, so he was not about to wait around like Earl Spence. So he fought somebody in
What
between.
do you mean wait around? Spence wanted to fight him right after that. What do you
But
mean wait
listen,
around?
the fight didn't happen, Joseph. So Bud wanted to get a fight in before the year was out. Earl Spence chose. He could have fought Boots. He could. Then they made. Hold on.
He could have fought. He could have fought that dude,
Yeah, he could have
man.
And
fought
that's
Boots. He
what
could have fought
Crawford wanted.
Thurman.
That's
He
what
could have fought
Crawford
that
wanted.
dude.
Crawford
2
wanted
Yeah.
him to
cents.
fight a hard mandatory
Could have
fight
knocked some
or
of that
fight
rust
Keith
off.
Thurman. Either he was gonna do that or he was gonna go in the ring
It-
rusty.
I
So
mean,
I
either
just
way,
can't wait till
Crawford
the
was gonna get
rematch.
some type of
But like,
advantage.
but like I told you, 2 cents. That was
results would still
perfect
been
for.
the
That was
same.
a leverage for Bud to make the fighter get the little things that
No,
he
listen
wanted
to
in
you
that.
talk what you talk
Hold
about
on, Joseph.
leverage. Go
Hold on.
ahead.
That was the thing. That was the leverage for Bud to make the fight with Spence to get all the little things because he had Boots as his mandatory, and then they elevated Keith Thurman to be his mandatory in another belt. So he either
And
had to fight
PBC was
Boots.
pushing that fight.
Yeah,
So
so he
he,
was
you know,
like,
he,
I'm not
he
about to fight them
What
boys.
you talk about leverage almost stopped the fight from happening.
No, I'm saying this, Joseph.
he
So
knew
What you
like
talk
so
Spence
about
wanted to
leverage?
fight.
What you talk about leverage
so he didn't hold
almost
on,
stopped the
Joseph. He
fight from
didn't he
happening.
did so Earl Spence didn't want to fight Keith Thurman at all. He never respected Keith Thurman. So once they made Keith Thurman a mandatory in one of his belts, he would have had to fight him, and PBC was pushing for that fight.
That was a spike thing because
I
he was
understand
trying.
that. I know, but that was the leverage for Bud, knowing that. Oh, I know you don't want to fight Keith Thurman, and I know you don't want to fight Boots right now. So let's do a coin flip. If you don't do the coin flip, you got go ahead and fight your mandatories. Then you get what I'm saying?
Goodness
Like, let
gracious!
me get this.
I see what you're saying.
So he
But all I'm
used that
saying is,
to
all
his
I'm saying,
advantage.
all I'm saying is that it's to some of y'all will listen to y'all have common sense. Y'all see things, y'all hear things, but y'all act like y'all don't want to put things together. You know what I'm
What
saying? The
that
dude,
Bud is a smart businessman.
he's not a he's not
I've been put that
he's
together.
how's he a smart businessman if he's just getting money now? We
All
just discussed that.
right, on that note, y'all, we're
I
going to
mean,
close out the
he
show. I
he
want to
made
thank
21
everybody for
mil.
coming on tonight, and I will be live again tomorrow. Shout out to D35, Joseph, and Darth Crawford for coming through. AJ64, Mr. Magnificent, Q Brown, Broke and Dangerous. Thank y'all for stopping by. Minister of Boxing Violations,
Likewise,
Rick
likewise.
Timms, Cash Crypto, Matt Perez. Y'all come check me out tomorrow. I will be live. I'm Jay,
Sounds good.
and this is
All right, man. Y'all take it easy, man.
Likewise, y'all take care, man.
Yes,
All
sir.
right.
Y'all be easy, man. Have a good night.
All right, y'all too. Same.